What's happening, everybody, and welcome to the Pops Wiz SportsCast. Coming to you live from the Mr. Whisker studio in upstate New York. I'm your co-host, Papa K. To my left, the one and only, the coolest cat with whom you want to chat. Man with 9 lives and cat's eyes, a.k.a. OMG, your host, Mr. Whiskers.
Oh, my God! What's happening, everybody? Pops, how's it going?
Not too good.
Not too good.
Yeah. I got 2 statements to make already. You're not gonna like them, but you're gonna realize it's true. I've given up on the Rangers.
I realized that a while back.
Well, I thought they had some kind of life, but they got blown out by Tampa last night, 5-1. They don't deserve to be there. Even if they got in, they get blown out, and they're not gonna get in. It's only 5 games left, and I think they're 6 points behind. So don't be. And my other statement, what I said early in the year, I said the Yankees, they had that fluky shit, going on and, against the Brewers. All of a sudden, they can't hit the ball. Shut out today, 5-0. Yesterday, 2 runs. It's not looking good. They're starting pitching. Carrasco, the guy's 38. Nobody wanted him. He gave up 3 home runs today. No Heel. No Clark Schmidt, and Derek Cole's done for the year. We're in trouble. I don't care what anybody says. I don't want to sound too pessimistic, but boy, if they don't hit, and they're not hitting, they're not going to win.
Well, we got Eric in the chat saying, hi, what's up, Eric? How you doing?
Eric.
Wild man saying, uh-oh, I'm early. I'm having chicky patties right now. Nice. What's up, Wild man? Good to see you, brother.
Nice going, Eric. Your Blue Jays got swept by the Mets.
Let's see, Eric saying, Pops needs to do a Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, the old days with Chevy Chase.
Yeah, that'd be wild to watch.
No offense. I'm looking at the Blue Jays lineup, and I told you they don't have pitching. But they can't hit all of a sudden. Look at these guys in the lineup. Springer, a superstar at one time. Vladimir, by the way, Vladimir signed with you guys. He's there for the rest of his career. Signed a 14-year deal yesterday for $500 million.
Not bad, not bad. That's a nice chunk of change.
Alonso must be licking his chops.
Yeah, you got to imagine Alonso.
Because if he has a monster year, he's going to opt out and ask for mega money. And I hope the Mets don't get him. We get him.
Yeah, he's not coming to us.
I know that.
I feel you on that. Like, it'd be great to have him on the team, but he's not coming. He'll never be a Yankee.
No, it's like Judge going to the Mets, in my opinion.
I don't see that happening.
Yeah, but look at Vladimir, Bichette, Springer. I mean, all these guys, they can't hit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Pops, we're like 2 weeks into the season.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, when again, like when you could come to me around June, around July, and all of a sudden, they're batting 180.
But it's nice to get off to a good start.
I'm just saying, it's just like, then we could talk about worrying. Like, I mean, just even going back to the Rangers. I said it in the beginning of the season. I said I have bad feelings about this. I don't see him going anywhere, and even towards towards up until a couple of months ago, even recently when you were like listen, just get in, just this, that, and the third. Like, okay, maybe I thought. Maybe, okay, even if they just get in, I still knew that they're not going to go anywhere.
No, they're not even going to get in. Not the way they're playing right now.
No.
Can't score. And the announcer said it when they were on national television. And he said it. Where is the manager? Where's Trocheck?
Yeah.
Where is Kreider? Where's Lafreniere? I mean, give credit to Panarin with all this shit on this team right now. He's got 35 goals.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing his job, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but the rest of it,
again, it's not it's not a one guy does it all deal. It's a team effort.
Where are these other guys? And they have no defense.
Let's see. We got Erickson. They did get swept. Springer had 3 hits last game and is batting over 400. Jays are 6-5 and have a tough schedule this month. The schedule is much easier after this month, so they just need to stay afloat.
Yeah, same with the Yankees. They're 6-5 now.
Yeah.
So nobody's running away with anything.
That's why I got to kick Eric when you were like posting, like when you sent the the look who's in first place. You know, it's just, again, it's so early in the It's so early in the season I know it's just like, Eric, I know, it's just a little banter. It's a little back and forth. And Pops, I'm even going to tell you, right now, it's like, listen, yeah, they got off to a hot start. They're still getting into that, regular season shape.
Yeah. And if the big guys don't hit, let's face it.
Yeah, but that's too soon to even figure out if they're going to hit or not.
Well, Judge started off like a house of fire. Now he's mellowed down. And nobody's carrying,
Yeah, it's
2
weeks into the season with the dramatics over here.
Yeah, but I'm not being dramatic. I'm saying
You're being dramatic.
Come on, hit.
You're a little dramatic.
You gotta get hit. You gotta get. I give Trent Grisham credit. He practically won those 2 games for the Yankees in Pittsburgh. They almost pulled it out at the end to take the sweep. But,
to sit there and think that, if they don't hit, I mean, we're not even, 20 games into the season.
No, it's only 11 games.
I know. It's just, let's give everybody an opportunity to get warmed up.
I get it.
Again, colder.
I want to start off decent,
You want to go undefeated.
No, of course not.
No.
I want to be afloat.
You want to be 162-0.
I want to be over 500. Put it that way at all times.
They are over 500
by 1 game only.
They're still over 500. So there you go. You should be happy.
It could change by tomorrow.
Could change by tomorrow. They could win a game.
Yeah.
Still,
nice.
I'm not gonna get concerned until June, July, and if they're under 500 and they've been cold, we all know that the Yankees, once the weather starts getting warmer, even when they play in warmer weather states, you see things start working out pretty nice.
Especially if it's warm in New York, like the Mets are playing right now.
That's what I said.
It's freezing.
Yeah, it's 38 degrees outside right now, and it's windy as hell.
Yeah.
Come on.
Lindor let off and a bomb into the second deck.
See, Wildman saying, did you hear about the hockey player and the guy that got in the Grand Slam at the same time? Nah. What are you talking? Wait. What are we talking about, Wildman? Did this happen recently? You hear anything about that?
A Grand Slam and what? And what?
You said, did you hear about the hockey player and the guy that got in the Grand Slam at the same time? I think Wildman's just fucking with us.
No, he might be telling you something that I don't know about.
Well, I know about the hockey player. If you're talking about Ovechkin and how he outscored Wayne Gretzky
by 1 now, yeah.
I have heard about that. That
Will he
is.
retire, you think?
I think so. I think that's the only reason he was staying in was just to get that.
He's still on the contract.
I saw the before and after picture, Wayne Gretzky and Ovechkin when he was a kid, standing next to him. It had how many goals did Wayne Gretzky have again?
894.
894, and then next to it had Ovechkin with 0, and now they're showing Wayne Gretzky standing next to him now, 895 to 894.
He was in the rink that night in the Islander game. I like Ovechkin. He goes he's talking right after the game is over. They got whooped, I think 5-1. He goes, "Thank you, everybody, especially Sorokin for letting me get that next goal." And the goalie's hysterical. He gave him a big hug.
Nah, that's great. That's great.
No, it's nice. His shot from the the circle.
Oh yeah, I know where he likes to shoot from.
A one-timer.
That's his sweet spot right there.
Yeah,
that's what he's notorious for, and you know what? Everybody knows it. Nobody can stop it. It's a tough shot.
Shoots the puck 100 miles an hour.
Oh, easy. Yeah. Even still, and he's like.
I think he's gonna. You know what? If he retires, if the Capitals win the Stanley Cup,
he's gonna retire.
I don't know.
I think he was just staying in the game to get to that point.
Did I hear it right? Am I wrong? He's got 42 goals.
Probably. I don't know.
That's unbelievable at his age. 42 goals.
He's in his 40s, isn't he?
So I think he's 20 years in the league, so he's got to be right around 40 now. 40,
he's 40. Definitely. He's got to. I think he's 41.
Hey Google, how old is Alex Ovechkin?
Alexander Ovechkin is 39 years old.
Not even 40 yet.
That was close.
Thank you.
Let's see. We got Wildman saying, yeah, him, and there's this player on the Pirates that whenever something bad or good happens, he gets a home run grand slam.
Okay.
That's good for the Pirates.
Yeah.
You see, some teams are producing.
They're not going anywhere either. I'm looking at their lineup. I'm looking at the Marlins lineup today against the Mets. These guys should be in the minor leagues. They're not even professionals.
Well, how can you say that?
I know that because all these
Because
guys...
you don't know their names?
No, not even that. Because none of them have a contract. They're all minimum salary. 9 guys.
Yeah.
9 guys. Their payroll is like $3 million.
That's what they can afford to pay him.
No, they can't. They just don't want to pay.
Ah.
Remember what I said? Every team gets money from television. So
Still.
and luxury tax from other teams that are way
I
over,
think it's
they get that
unfair for
money.
you to say that they're not professional players when they got to this point. Just because they're not the LA Dodgers or the New York Mets or the Yankees.
Yeah,
Or,
have you seen them yet? I've watched.
I have not. I don't have fucking cable.
Never mind.
How many games do you think I can catch up on?
This looks like the teams of Cleveland in Major League when the guy said, "Who the fuck are these guys?"
Yeah. All right. There you go. Let's see. We got Eric saying it's a player on the Phillies. All right. Nick Castellanos. Oh shit.
Get a grand slam.
We got Blue in the chat saying, "Hey guys, what's up? What's happening, Blue? How you
You're
doing,
going home
brother?
so early.
You getting dinner ready? What's going on, Blue? It's good to see you. How's
Hello.
Mismo doing?" Let's see. Eric said cannot spell his last name. Hey, listen.
What name? Castellano?
Yeah,
He's on Philly.
Castellanos.
Yeah.
I know, but Eric was just saying it's like you probably
Good hitter.
spelled it wrong.
Yeah. Oh, it's a long name. Castellano, something like that.
Yeah, it's a long one.
He's a good hitter.
Reminds me of the guy in the video game, The Evil Within.
I think the Phillies are going to be the only threat to the Mets. Braves, nothing. Marlins, nothing. Nationals, nothing. Really. Right now.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah.
And
And the 2 out of 3 I mentioned. I can't see the Braves being this bad with that lineup. I figure sooner or later they're going to come around.
break out.
Yeah.
I love how you see that with them, and you have that confidence that they'll break out. Yet when it comes to your own team, you get doubtful.
Well, they have at least 5 better hitters than we do.
I still get a kick out of that.
Yeah. No.
With our team, the team that you're supposed to be rooting for wholeheartedly, 11 games into the season, they're 6-5, and you're like, I don't see it happening.
Oh, I expect more out of them, but that's just me.
Hey,
What did I tell you? I'm
Yeah.
a diehard Yankee fan. Today I turned the TV on. I forgot they were on at 1 o'clock. I put the game on. It's like 2:15. 5-0. Yeah. Right away. Boom, 5-0. Can't hit. Now, mind you, they faced their top pitchers. Skubal, he was the Cy Young Award winner last year, so
yeah.
he's damn good. So he shut them out for 6 or 7, and then the other guy shut them out for 3 innings. They were bullpen guy. Same guy, 3 innings.
Basically, what you're saying is I should start buying you like Braves gear and stuff like that.
No.
You want a Capitals jersey?
No, never. The only team I would root for other than my New York team is the Buffalo Bills. That's it.
I know that.
Other than that, no. I'm not
Let's-
rooting for the Islanders. I'm not rooting for the Devils. I probably will watch a little bit because the Devils are in. They're not going to, and amazingly, without Jack Hughes and the other guy, can't think of his name, hurt and out probably for the year. They're still winning. So I'll give them credit.
It's some team effort right there.
They got good players. They got young players, fast.
Got Wildman saying, I got a bowling question for y'all.
No idea.
Probably not going to get even close to that, but maybe we got a couple bowlers in chat that could help out with that question.
Right.
Let's see. Blue saying, driving for work. Mismo is with me. We're doing good. That's what I like to hear.
They're driving to work or from work?
Driving around for work. They drive around.
Oh, just driving around. Just like
Yeah.
sightseeing and shit like that?
Yeah, that's what they do for work.
Okay.
Hollywood's in the chat. Hold the phone. Call off the APB. I'm here, guys. Hollywood, what's happening, bro? How you doing, man? Hollywood.
Well, your St. Louis Cardinals got freaking blown out by the Red Sox yesterday. I think it was yesterday, 11-2. But St. Louis Blues, right in the mix.
Hey,
They're going to be in the
there you
playoffs.
go. There you go.
They're going to be in playoffs, and my shit-ass Rangers are not going to make it.
Ah, that doesn't sound like a diehard fan to me.
I've
How
been
you
a
gonna
fan for them.
how you gonna call them shit ass Rangers,
I've been a
dude?
fan for them 58 years. Come on.
So wait, once you get to that point, you get to call them whatever you want.
Yeah. When you're old and you don't give a fuck. They suck.
And see Blue saying doing a delivery and throwing in a little oh
Ma. How could a
go.
team that won 55 games last year be this bad?
Oh,
Rangers. Well, 55 games last year. They won the Vezina Trophy. And they're shit this year. I think they only have 38 wins. Something like that.
You think that's the kind of stuff that just continues on to every season? I mean, they haven't won a cup since '94.
Yeah. But this bad after being that good last year? 2 games
You
away
think
from
it
the
carries over? It's like PTO time or something?
Oh,
Like-
with that lineup was the same. I figured, hell.
Yeah, you gotta figure too that they're not robots. They're gonna have an off season.
But this bad?
Yeah, well, I fucking called it.
Again, like I said, they traded half their team away already, or 1/3 of their team, so, and they're going to make more moves. The only problem was that Dan, my buddy, said half these guys that are signed, they have a no trade clause. They can't get rid of Kreider, they can't get rid of Zibanejad. I don't think they want to get rid of Panarin anyway.
Yeah, again, though, you got to figure. You're gonna have these. I mean, they have had a pretty consistent.
This
Like-
is their worst year in a long time.
Exactly.
In
So
five-
they've been
5 years.
incredibly consistent. They have one bad season, and now they're the shit ass Rangers.
Yep.
It's just it's ruthless.
Yeah. High paid, big time players, Madison Square Garden, and you look like shit.
You have one off season, and it's goodbye, get out of
This
here.
could get worse if they do.
Wish we had a trade clause.
Some of them agree to go, yeah. If these guys agree to go, they're going to want to go to a team that's capable
They're
of
winners.
Winners, yeah.
Not
Not
shit ass team.
losers. What can I tell you? I'm a most pessimistic fan.
I don't know. Well, I feel like it's just it's
I'm tired of losing.
it's the flip of a coin for you.
Think about it.
You're happy when they're doing great, when they're doing bad. I mean, if anything, I feel like Pops, you're just a typical New York fan.
Yeah, but I'm tired of losing. Knicks haven't won in 50-some years. Rangers haven't won in 31.
But you saw the Yankees in 2009 win. You saw
50
2007,
years.
2011 Giants. Okay, there's some teams that never won at
hoping
all.
I was hoping there last year when they got in there.
Yankees have fucking 28 World Series.
7.
27 World Series.
I haven't won one now in 15 years.
You watch the Giants make it to the Super Bowl 5 times and win 4 out of 5.
Mm-hmm. And
That's
I'll never
pretty
see it.
good.
I'll never see another one.
You saw a Rangers Stanley Cup. You
Yeah.
saw. Did the Knicks ever win a championship?
Well, yeah. 69.
You saw that. So you saw all 4 of your favorite teams be victorious at least one time.
But the Knicks has been 52 years.
I think at this point it's just like
It's
I
a
think
long time, ain't
I
it?
think I just think again. I think a little spoiled.
52 years, I'm spoiled.
I'm just talking about. I mean, you have all 4 of your favorite teams. They all won a championship.
But it's been ages.
And you got to see it.
Ages.
There are some teams out there that haven't won one.
It's been ages.
There's
Come
some.
on.
I'm sure there are some states out there that have multiple teams that haven't been there once
Yeah.
or won one
I don't
once.
care. It's New York.
Mm.
It's time for, like I said, it's been so long for all these teams. Yankees, 16 years. Rangers, 31. The Knicks, 52. Who else is, who am I forgetting?
The Giants.
The Giants now, what? Since
14.
14 years. Yeah. It's a long time to be bad. I remember when the Super Bowl started, the Giants were terrible for 20 years. They didn't make it till 86.
I see it, Hollywood. I see it. I was off by 1. Not too bad.
What?
Nothing. Eric saying Pops in mid-30s and have not seen... Yeah, listen to this. Eric saying, Pops, in my mid-30s and I have not seen one pro championship.
Yeah, you're rooting for the wrong teams.
Besides Buffalo, Bandits lacrosse. And I don't watch that. Yeah.
He's a Toronto fan, though, right?
He's Toronto. He likes,
Yeah, but he
I
was a
thought it
baby when they won.
I thought it was the Rays, Eric. No.
He said the Blue Jays.
I know,
Well,
Dad.
they haven't won since like...
Eric and I like to fuck with each other all
He's
the time.
30-some years old. He's a baby. He was a baby when they won.
Yeah. But again, like he's a fan of his teams, and he's not seen one. You've watched multiple. And you can't tell me it's just New York.
Listen.
Eric is from New York.
Plus, I'm twice his age.
So,
There's a reason why I've seen more.
I think it's...
I think I got a little bit of beef with the Knicks. 2 championships, and then 52 years later, now they haven't won. And they're not going to win because they can't beat Boston, they can't beat Cleveland, and they can't beat Oklahoma.
No, Eric, I saw the World Series one. I saw that one. But Papa K already corrected me on that. So I read it and I responded to it. Okay, I see this one though. Blues won 12 games in a row until they lost last night to the Jets 3-1.
Yeah, I'm saying
that's nice, dude. That's good shit, dude.
That's something the Rangers wanted to do, win like 7, 8 in a row. Rangers didn't win 3 games in a row the whole year. The whole year. They only won 2 in a row.
I told you at the start of the season, they're not going anywhere.
You didn't say that.
I did say that, and you know what? It's on the show. We could literally go back.
Okay, we'll have to go back.
And I can show you that.
How could you say that after winning 55 games? You going to say that before the season that they go nowhere?
I just had a feeling.
Wow. Well, you're a kiss of death.
I don't know about that. I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, whatever, you were right.
I just, again, it's like the Rangers, they either get you there and then they fall flat.
You think the Knicks could...
But I think I even remember this conversation vaguely. But I do remember, like, you have so many consistent seasons in a row, and I believe the argument you and I had that night was they're due for a bad season. And here we are.
Shocked. Yeah,
and guess what?
Yeah.
I hate to say I told you so, but...
They're going to revamp this team next year because...
you can fire so many...
Dolan doesn't want to see the Garden empty.
You can fire so many coaches, and you can keep bringing on these players, and they have... I got 40 goals this season.
I wouldn't fire Laviolette.
We fired multiple coaches.
Yeah, and too fast. Just like the Jets and the Giants.
And they're gonna, like you said, and you just said they're gonna revamp
the team.
Guess
not
what?
him.
Yeah, we'll see about
Leave
that.
him.
We'll see about that.
They asked him yesterday on the interview what happened. He goes, I don't know what to tell you. He says, our defense has not played well. The goaltender is like trying to stand on his head most of the time because there's always a guy right in front of him, 10 feet away shooting the puck.
Let's see, Eric saying they need Buer and Messier back. Gretzky is only 1 goal away from tying the all-time goals record.
I don't think they're coming back.
Hollywood saying, Papa K, you think the Blues have a shot to make the playoffs?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think they have 87 or 89 points with that hot streak.
Yeah.
They're not gonna beat a front runner, but they're gonna make a wild card spot.
You think they could be a Cinderella story?
I don't know about that. You got too many good teams that Winnipeg.
I know, but that's the whole point of calling it a Cinderella story is that they get hot at the right time. Because you said the same thing about the Rangers this season.
If
just
they
get
could
there,
hot, and they didn't.
And so I mean, listen, we're not going nowhere, Pops.
Hollywood would know because a couple of years ago, St. Louis.
Hey, can I finish what I was saying, please? Sorry, but you keep you keep cutting me off over here.
Sorry.
No. But it's like what I'm saying is like let's we're not going nowhere. And Hollywood's asking a nice question right now. What do you think? I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like hey, I think they could be a Cinderella story. A little comeback. They get the wild card. They get hot at the right time. As Papa K says, all you gotta do is get there, right?
Hollywood would know. I remember a couple of years back, Hollywood, right? You got hot. January 1st, you went on a streak. They won the Stanley Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Never know.
You never know. You never know.
If they win the next 5 games, they'll have like 96 points. They're right in the mix.
We got Blue saying, Pops, Rockies have never won the World Series and only made 1 appearance in 2007. And again, Blue, and I know you've been watching them for a minute too.
They lost to Boston after they won 21 games in a row.
So again, just furthering my point.
Yeah.
is like, listen, as New Yorkers, and this is probably why a lot of people don't like New York teams, especially, I know, with the Yankees and things like that. 27 World Series. But there are other teams out there, I think, that are slowly starting to make that rise to get to that number. I wouldn't be surprised.
Nobody close.
Who's the closest team?
St. Louis, I think.
St. Louis, the Cardinals? How many World Series they got?
Maybe 12.
12?
Yeah.
If the Yankees keep playing the way they're playing.
Oh. They still have to catch 15 more times.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I know. I mean, you're right. You're right.
Closest to winning championships are the Montreal Canadiens. I think they've won 23 Stanley Cups.
Let's see. Hollywood saying they have 93 points. I love the banter. Get him, Pops.
Oh, they have 93 already. Wow, that's even better than I thought.
There you go.
Well, they got a shot. Believe me, if their goalie can get hot.
Hollywood, I get a kick out of this is that you're saying get him, Pops, and I am defending your team. Fucking priceless. Let's see. Blue saying, what team has won the most World Series?
Yankees.
Just say, yeah. And you've probably seen every single one of those.
I wasn't around in 1927.
Okay, that's fair. I forgot how far back the Yankees go.
Over 100 years.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. I'll tell you how many I have seen. Let's see. All right. 61, 62, and they lost 3.
Yeah, there you go. You Mickey Mantle?
Yeah. Mine, they have won a ton in the 50s, but I was too young. I wasn't following them.
Okay.
With Mantle, but what I saw, 61 and 62, 77 and 78, 96, 98, 99.
So how many total? Yeah. Oh, is that what we're figuring out right now? How many total?
I saw
World Series?
nine championships for the Yankees. So they had 18 before I started following them.
That's pretty fucking sweet right there.
That's a long time, though. You're talking over 50-some years.
I know, that's still like, it's still pretty cool.
Yeah.
See, Hollywood says Cardinals have won 11 World Series championships. Yankees won their first World Series in 1923. That's exactly what you just said, too.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, the Cardinals, like I said, they're the closest. Nobody else. Hard to believe.
Where's Boston at?
Boston sucked. Remember, after they couldn't win when they traded Babe Ruth, they had that curse.
No, I know they had the curse, but then like they came back and then they had like a hot streak for a minute.
Well, yeah, I think they won at least 3 in the last 25 years.
That's what I was saying.
They didn't win for 100 years.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
But I do know about the Babe Ruth curse.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did know that they had a moment back with Ortiz and
but if they
Martinez.
won 5 in their careers, a lot. Cubs, same thing.
Who's the guy I'm thinking of? The guy with the bloody sock.
Oh, the pitcher.
Yeah, the pitcher.
Oh, can't they? Oh, Hollywood. Remember, he mentioned that.
I
always
forgot
forget
his name.
Hated the Yankees.
Oh yeah.
Hated the Yankees because he went free agent and he went to Boston. After he was on Arizona when he beat the Yankees in 2001. He would not come here.
Kurt Schilling. Thank you, Hollywood.
Yeah, Kurt Schilling. Yeah, he would not come here.
See, Hollywood says Red Sox have 8 World Series championships.
Really? I didn't know that.
I knew they had more than 3. I knew
I said they won 3 in the last 25.
They won 3 in the last 25. But the 100-year thing, like that, the number threw me off a little bit. I knew they had, I knew they had more than 3.
I don't even know if they were always the Boston Red Sox, too. I think they were. Wasn't there a team, the Boston Braves, Hollywood? Yeah. Milwaukee Braves, Boston Braves, Atlanta Braves.
See, we got Wild Man saying Rambo, First Blood's a good movie. Good movie. That's a great movie.
Best.
That's a great movie, bro.
That was one of my favorites of all time. In 1982, I remember he made that movie.
Yeah, I love that he put his money into that movie too.
Nobody wanted it.
Nobody wanted it.
Same with Rocky.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Same with Rocky.
He invested all his money. He wrote everything too. Amazing.
And then he started directing movies, acting in them.
Yeah,
even as he got older, like he'd be getting hurt and shit.
He made a ton of money. I mean, nothing ever Oscar winning, but boy, did he make money.
Yeah, but at the same time, how many action movies do you know of that had Oscar winners? Seriously.
Not too many.
Exactly.
No.
I don't think, I don't think that was the goal.
No. The goal was to make money.
The goal was to make money, and he definitely wanted to outdo Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, which I don't know if he ever did, but...
Well, they would always go back and forth.
Yeah. Well,
what did he use in that movie? Give me a chain gun.
You gotta remember, Stallone was way before Schwarzenegger, too.
Yeah.
Stallone was, Rocky, I think, was 75, 76. And Schwarzenegger just started coming around after that. He wasn't even that big. I mean, he was all right, but till Terminator. The first Terminator, that put him over the top. But before that, I mean, I didn't even like
I got
it. They have the whole series of him, man. I didn't like his movies. Conan, the Barbarian, and shit like that.
No, you did. I think you did Hercules.
I didn't like any of them.
Well, that was like his build up. Like I do agree with you. Like Terminator. Like, and when Conan helped him out, whether you liked it or not, it still helped his career out. And then when he was talking to James Cameron about the role, he was like, because I think he originally auditioned for Kyle Reese, and he, if I remember this correctly, because I saw an interview between Arnold Schwarzenegger and James Cameron, and like they were having lunch together. Mm-hmm. And he kept talking about the Terminator, he needs to be like, he just kept throwing all these things at James Cameron. And James Cameron finally was like, how about you be the Terminator? And he was like, no. Because at that time, he knew how many lines the Terminator had in the movie. And he's like, he just wanted to get more lines in a movie to be more relevant in the movie.
Yeah, he didn't have many.
And they were like, no. And he was like, no, I don't want that. Because I want to have a bunch of lines and stuff. And they're like, no. The movie is about the Terminator. Like, the whole thing is going to be revolved around this unstoppable machine. Yeah. And then so he decided to take the role. And again, like you just said, probably one of the best decisions he ever made. Yeah. Because that just put him on the map.
Don't forget the second one, he had a lot of words.
Oh, yeah.
Then they just a lot.
I think because of how well the success of the first one did, right?
You know which movie I really liked him? You're going to laugh? Kindergarten Cop. I like that movie.
I like that movie, too. I like the movie Twins with him and Danny DeVito. I thought that was very clever.
I didn't care for that much.
I like it because you got this big, buff fucking guy, and then you got this short, like, little chill, little...
Two other movies I loved them in. End of Days. Fantastic. Very, very science fictional, but fantastic movie. Collateral Damage. Another one.
Predator.
I didn't care for Predator that much.
I like that movie.
Yeah. True Lies. Had comedy in it.
Great one.
Yeah, but, he was good with Jamie Lee Curtis, I think.
Hold on a second. Let me catch up over here. We got, let's see. Hollywood saying, I'm sorry, the Red Sox have 9 World Series championships, trying for the 3rd with the Athletics. Tied for the 3rd with the Athletics. Let's see. Wildman coming in with super simple. It was over the news. Who won the 2025 Pro PBS Masters?
No idea.
That's right. I think we have a couple of bowlers in chat.
I have none. No. I love watching bowling. I do catch it every now and then, but boy, I have no clue. Last guy I knew was Earl Anthony. And that was way back.
Hollywood saying, I love the Terminator movies. They're my favorite. Hollywood also put all the 9 World Series for the Red Sox up there. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Blue saying the difference is that Stallone wrote, directed, and acted in the Rocky movies, so he might have made more than Schwarzenegger in their earlier days.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, without a doubt. Don't forget, the dollar was a lot different then than it is now. Mm-hmm. Once Harrison Ford came around, and Morgan Freeman, guys like that, they were asking $20 million for a movie. Mm. That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, yeah.
for one movie, and they got it. Think about Harrison Ford. Look at the movies that he got it. Fugitive, Air Force One, 6 Days and 7 Nights was hysterical.
Oh my
opinion.
God, I love that movie.
He did a couple other movies that weren't big regarding Henry. The one I like, Witness, with Kelly McGillis, 1985, very good movie.
Eric's saying, check out Novocaine. It just came out.
Novocaine. I hate Novocaine.
Just came out on digital or buy a rent. Seen it in the theaters. It was pretty decent. Fun, action, love story with a twist.
Okay.
To check that out. All right. Let's see. Blue said Schwarzenegger couldn't speak English very well, so he took a lot of action roles.
Yeah.
Hollywood saying Arnold is my favorite actor. Yeah, he's up there for me too.
I give him credit coming from foreign country, and he still has the accent forever, but it made him famous.
Mm-hmm.
But he learned the language, And
that's even. I know he did an interview. It was one of those late night shows. And he's like, my, all the people that I spoke to, like agents and things like that, like with my accent and everything and how big I was, they were like, "You're never gonna go anywhere." And he's like, "Here I am, I'm playing a role." It's like, "Oh, you sound like a robot." And he's like, "And now here I am playing, a cybernetic organism, the T-1000."
Yeah.
Oh no, he was a T-800.
Then later on, the other guy was a T-1000.
Yeah. Great movies though. I love him too, man.
Oh man, I think he's a damn good actor.
I still actually, we went to, I don't know if you guys have ever I think it was at Universal Studios, and they had the Terminator, the Terminator 3D, whole thing, and like the live actors and stuff, but the 3D show as well. I remember seeing it as a kid, loving it, going back as an adult and getting to see it again. And I actually bought, hold on a second, I want to show you guys this. I bought a coffee mug while I was there, because I remember when we were there when I was a kid, got like the big drink like koozie thing, whatever the hell it was.
Okay. I don't remember so many years ago. I don't remember 2 days ago. Sometimes I have to remember my last name now. Nobody can. Boys alive. Scent of a woman. He's finding his cup.
Oh, there we go. The T2 3D mug.
Very nice.
But yeah, I remember even just seeing the T2 3D mug, just seeing it in Universal, and I bought this thing.
Ooh.
Thing's got some weight to it too.
Oh yeah. Wow. That thing probably cost you about $100 now.
Well, back then it was like $10 or something, $15.
About the difference in time now.
Yo, we got FitGen saying, "Hey guys, what's up, FitGen? How you doing, bro?
Hello.
Hope you're having a fantastic week. Hope everybody's having a fantastic week."
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. We got Pete Weber, best bowler ever. Listened to this clip. Who do you think you are? I am. Wait, what? I would say Cardinals game is starting now. Oh, shit. All right. Wow, man, do you realize that clips roll through my head every dang day? My trivia question, or NHL question, says Hollywood. How much you want for the mug? You ain't getting the mug, Hollywood. You ain't getting that mug. I love that coffee mug.
You never used it.
Yeah, I do.
I've never seen you drink out of that.
How often do you come over on a Saturday morning when I'm drinking coffee?
Why would I want to come over here on Saturday morning?
Exactly. That's when
throw me out.
No. Don't throw you out.
Get out! I'm hungover.
Wouldn't be hungover on a Saturday. Sorry for the caps. Hollywood. $100, you're still not getting the mug, bro.
Nah.
What is this?
That's the guy showing.
Strike to claim it. A strike to claim it. And he got it!
That is a nasty call.
Are you kidding me? That's right. Who do you think you are? I am.
That's why you did it. That's why you were in all caps, bro. Yeah, that's great. That's great, dude. Yeah. That's why, again, that's an incredible curve.
All of them. They're amazing. I don't know how they do it. To be so consistent.
I know how to throw the curve. I just am not accurate worth a shit.
These guys are so consistent. Every throw is like right near the strike zone.
Well, you gotta hit that pocket.
That's it. Yeah. But yeah.
And before I learned how to throw that curve, the curve I threw before that, it was almost like a screwball. It turned the other way.
Yeah.
And so I'd aim for the other. As a right-hander, I was aiming for the left side of the pocket because that's how I knew. As weird as that sounds, that's how I knew how to throw the ball.
No, yeah, I've seen you ball. You're pretty good. You throw it hard. No, every time you throw the ball, my shoulder cringes. I can't throw the ball anymore.
No, even now, both my shoulders and both my hips click.
Not as bad as mine. I can't even throw a damn football anymore.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you had that issue...
Oh, both shoulders. Both rotator cuffs done.
That sucks.
Yeah.
You're not getting that mug, Hollywood. You're not getting that mug. He's
still on the case.
He's still over here going, I want that mug. It's not happening, bro.
It's not for sale. Sorry.
That's really, I wish I still had the it was like one of those like tumbler kind of things, like before tumblers were even a thing. It was like a big plastic one, and it had the Terminator. It had the Terminator head on it, and like the straw would come out the top of the head. And I was like, I remember when we used to do movie nights, me and the guys would get together, and we all had our own movie like fucking cup, and that was mine, and just load it with a bunch of freaking soda. And then we would just put, like, movies on, like, back to back to back. But yeah, we're talking, I was like 11, 12.
Oh, okay, all right. I was going to say.
I don't drink soda anymore, like, rarely now.
I noticed.
Eric, he's talking about this mug. This is what I got at Universal at the T2 3D show.
That is some hell of a mug, I tell you.
Yeah, this thing is... I love this thing, dude. It's super cool. And I like it, too, because it's a nice size. Because some of the coffee mugs we got in there are just so small, and it's not enough caffeine for me.
You know what happened? The girl, Linda Hamilton, was in the first two. Never saw her again.
She was in a few more.
Really? Not in
At
the
least
third
one more. No. We're talking like I think it might have been Terminator Genesis.
Okay,
something like that.
I never saw her again. I guess she made enough money.
It was after Terminator Salvation, and then I think they did Terminator Genesis. I think she was in that one.
Okay. Yeah, she was on a TV series many years ago.
See, Hollywood saying, "I will get that mug. Trust me."
No, you will
no,
not.
you will not. Trust me. Let's see. Nice. Terminator 2 in 3D is fun to watch at my house. No, dude, that's awesome.
Judgment Day was the second one called, right?
Yeah.
It's been on every damn day.
Yeah.
On Verizon. Every day.
I think Terminator 3 was called Rise of the Machines.
Yes. That wasn't a bad one either.
I'm going to use the restroom. I'll be right back.
It wasn't a bad one. They had that pretty hot-looking chick, right? Right? Wasn't she the Terminator? Hey, Google. What's the score of the Mets game?
Currently, the Mets are leading the Marlins 9-5 in the bottom of the 7th.
9-5. The Mets are up. They're gonna kill the Marlins. I got told, Mr. Whisker, as in the Marlins lineup, this is minor leaguers. Shouldn't even be in the majors. They don't want to pay anybody. That's why they get 10,000 people at best in attendance. Yankees have Aaron Judge. A couple other, big stars in, what's his name, Chaz, and, who's the other guy they just got? Can't think of any names anymore.
Just saying.
Every Yankee home game, 47,000. That's why they can afford to pay these guys. Florida, they average 6,000. Florida, why they have two teams, I'll never know. In Florida, no offense to Florida,
Wait, what?
they don't draw. Miami Marlins and Tampa Bay Rays, they don't draw ever. 6,000, 9,000. The only time they draw is when a big team like the Yankees come in. I mean, half of them are Yankee fans.
It's probably where they get their money from.
Why the hell are they? Why do they have two major league teams in a state that doesn't support them?
Well, clearly they're getting supported because they've been there for quite some time now. It's not like they moved.
They're losing money every year.
I don't know about that.
Well, they don't pay anybody.
So then, then they're not losing money.
Their tickets are cheap as shit, and they still can't get attendance.
All right, let's see on. Hollywood saying, who was in Terminator Genesis? I'm teasing you. Hollywood, cheers in 5 bits. Cheers, right back at you. Thank you, Hollywood. Appreciate the bits, brother. Cheers, right back at you, man. Thank you. Let's see. Eric's saying, she banged one off the wall, but it's Fenway, so it's a single, Pops.
What?
Bo Bichette?
Bullshit.
Bichette?
Oh,
Bo
they're
Bichette?
playing Boston right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. This guy's good. He's a good player. He got hurt last year, but he's a good player. Now that they know they got Vlad for good, forever, see what he does.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is major news for Alonso because he can choose his team next year.
Yeah.
If he has a 45 home run year, and he sure looks like he might have that hitting behind Soto, Mets are up 9-5. It's like playing a minor league team, the Marlins.
I mean, yeah, I was actually pretty surprised, when Derek Jeter, bought into them. I think he's out of that now.
A long time.
Yeah.
I was talking to my buddy Dan. He says he knew right away this team's going nowhere. They don't want to invest. They got rid of everybody.
It was like Stanton left.
Everybody.
And the Yankees took him.
They had...
And that was when he first got involved with the team.
They got an all-star team at that time. You
I mean,
they won the World Series in 2003. Beat the Yankees.
You can respect what Derek Jeter was trying to do. He was trying to build that franchise, but
they weren't going anywhere. They didn't want to invest a dime.
Hollywood saying Sarah Connor returned in Terminator: Dark Fate. That's the movie.
Okay,
that's the movie I'm thinking of.
Like I said, I never watched them, so I didn't know if she ever got involved with anything.
Well, I think after Terminator 3, you probably haven't watched another one since, right?
No.
Yeah, there'd be a bit of catching up for you to do. I mean, although
yeah,
I think
for those other ones. I did watch a little bit of Salvation. Didn't do nothing for me.
It wasn't their best. I think Terminator Genesis and Terminator Dark Fate was...
It was Arnold, right? It wasn't in any of those.
Yeah, he was.
It was? Oh, I didn't know that.
No, he was in... He was... They CGI'd him into Terminator Salvation.
Okay.
Gave him the younger look.
Okay. Well, Schwarzenegger's what? Close to 70 now?
I think something like that, right? He's definitely up there. Let's see. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. signed a 14-year, $500 million contract extension with the Blue Jays. Yeah, Hollywood. We were talking about that earlier on, man. Pretty nice contract. You can't be upset with that. All right, here's... Oh, okay, I see your trivia question. We get that downloaded, so this way we have that available later. But yeah, dude. I mean, $500 million, 14 years. Help me out with the math here, chat. What is that per year? Everybody loves the Blue Jays. I got it, Hollywood. I already got it, bro. So he had to stay. Yeah, we'll get into the trivia later on in the show, bro. We'll get to that later on, brother. Yeah, I didn't mind the Terminator movies. I think right now, like, just, like, going back to, like, just sports talk for a second here, like, personally, I'm not too worried about the Yankees right now. Like I said, I think anybody, like, no matter which team you're a fan of, now is not the time to panic. You know, once we, like, again, going back to what I said earlier, I say this every year. Once we get to, like, June, July, like, after the All-Star break, you know, if you're 10 games under 500 and you know you've had quite a few cold streaks, then okay, let's start having some concern creep in. I think right now it's way too early to be concerned. Whether it's the Yankees, whether it's again like you know your team, the Blue Jays, Eric, like you know the Cardinals. I know you know Grimm had talked about you know the Minnesota Twins. And, you know, he's, like, hoping that they come back, like, you know, none of these teams are in a hole just yet. You know, you start seeing, you know, if you start seeing your team go, like, you know, now, okay, now, you know, they're 5-30. Yeah, okay, let's, you know, we'll have some concerns then. But I just got a kick at it before, like, you know, you say, at least be over 500, right, Bob? Well, the Yankees are over 500.
Yeah, by one game.
Yeah.
That's
That's still
end tomorrow.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to stay that way.
Let's see who they face next.
I can tell you who they face next. You want to see who they face next?
I don't know. I would imagine they're coming home after Detroit. I would think. They just play 6 games on the road, so I can figure it in there. I think they sort of schedule a little real fast. I think they got Tampa.
Well, Hollywood was talking about the bonus trivia question. Okay, I see that too, bro. I'm only going to download one at a time so I don't get them confused. Let's take a look. All right, so here we go. We got... Oh, hold on. Pull it up for you guys, too. All right, where are we at here? All right, so the Yankees tomorrow are against the Tigers, at the Tigers. Yeah, you're right. They are home against the Giants for 3 games.
Let's go, really.
Then they're home against the Royals.
Tough team.
For 3.
Yeah.
Then we got the, then we're away again. We're at the Rays for 4.
Okay, I saw that, yeah. Okay.
And then it looks like the rest of the month, let's see, they're at the Guardians for 3.
Tough
Home
team.
against the Blue Jays. Here we go.
Okay.
For 3. And then they basically end the month at the Orioles.
All right, that'd be a big game. Big series, rather. Well, I mean, some of these teams, you know, hopefully, you know, are winnable games, but it's all about their pitching.
Well, it's about pitching. It's about hitting. Again, it's you know, it's both sides of the field that you need to do well.
If you don't pitch good, you better hit. Because if you don't hit, like they haven't in the last 2 games, you're going to lose.
Yeah. Well, you know, without a doubt, you do need to hit. You got to get on base.
Yeah, they're not doing that.
And you can get on base. You don't even need to hit to get on base. Mm-hmm. You just, you know, again, you just... All of these teams are all trying to do the same thing right now, and that's just to get back into that regular season shape. And that doesn't happen within the first... Personally, I don't think it happens within the first month and a half.
Yeah, you gotta wait till May, in my opinion. April's still too cold.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, you know...
Unless you're playing in states where it's a dome or it's cold or warm.
Yeah, like warm weather states, things like that. But, like, you know, when you come over here and the wind was blowing like crazy out there today. You said the Mets are playing right now? They're winning 9-5?
Yeah, late.
I can't even imagine how they're hitting the ball or what it's got to be like trying to swing at a pitch where the wind is also a factor.
It's blowing to right field, so I imagine there's been home runs tonight.
Yeah, it's got to be something like that.
Yeah. Left field, forget it. Keith Hernandez said you gotta really rock one out.
Let's see. Hollywood saying Papa K. The Blues are 4th in the division and lead the first wild card spot. 2 points ahead of the Minnesota Wild.
Yeah, and you could probably beat them. They're not very good either. They came here and lost every game on their 3-game road trip here. You know, they lost to the Rangers, the Islanders, and the Devils.
Let's see, we got Cool Lady in the chat saying Rockies said their first home opener the other day, and they played in the snow and in the rain last Friday. Cool Lady, what's happening? How you doing? It's good to see you.
Why these teams didn't put a dome up? Like Colorado. Come on. What are you, Minnesota? You know, Minnesota had a dome and then switched to an open field.
I mean, I don't even know why we wouldn't have a dome.
I've been saying that for 30 years.
Yeah.
Mets and the Yankees rebuilt their stadiums, right? In 2009, same year.
Yes.
No dome.
I know, because the place I get my hair cut, they have the original Yankee seats that you could sit down and wait for your haircut.
Okay.
So I never set an appointment. They're like, you could set an appointment. I'm like, I like sitting in the seats. All right? I don't,
Just amazing
it feels nostalgic to me.
Yeah, it's just amazing they didn't do that, though. You know, especially like April and October, you know, if you're in the playoffs, come on.
No, especially like when you look like you're going into the NFL. When you look at like Green Bay.
They voted against it. I could almost see that.
I mean, Eric, Buffalo.
Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago Bears.
All refused.
But you know what? I think, again, they love it.
Buffalo's building a new stadium. No dome. It's right next to the old one they're playing in right now. It's going to be open another year or two. I think 2027.
Let's see, Kool Lady saying, doing good. That's what we like to hear, Kool Lady. Let's go. Hollywood saying, congratulations to Ovi for breaking the goals record. I know. It was really cool seeing that before and after picture. Like when
my question is we're going to break his record now?
I'm sure, records were meant
I'm not going to see it.
Yeah, I know. I'm probably not going to see it either. But records are meant to be broken.
And that's what it is. Well,
and that's what I was saying earlier about the Yankees with the 27 World Series. At some point, that could also be broken as well.
No.
Now, maybe not in our lifetime, but...
Not in 3 lifetimes.
You'll admit it can be broken.
No.
So, you just said not in 3, so maybe 4 lifetimes.
No. Maybe
so,
5.
it can be broken.
No.
And one day it probably will be broken.
Cardinals are 16 behind. That's not going to happen in the next 80 years.
So you're saying 2 lifetimes. All right. So it can be broken within 2 lifetimes.
I just want to hear that.
Let's see. We got Kool-Aid saying almost ready to retire, guys. I'm counting the days.
Retire already?
Yeah. Congratulations, Cool Lady, though. I'm happy for you.
I'm retired 12 years already now.
You still loving it?
Yeah, sure. As long as I'm still kicking.
Yeah. You don't miss work at all?
In the beginning, I did. No.
What about now?
No. Oh, after about 2 years, I said no.
You think you could still operate a forklift like you used to?
Probably.
I think so, too.
It's like to me riding a bike.
Yeah.
Get that.
I think, I imagine it'd probably take you maybe 20 minutes tops.
Not to brag, but I was one of the best on doubles. And
Oh, you can brag. I've watched it.
And the tie guard, so.
I've watched it,
Yeah.
So I'm still waiting to be recertified on the new forklift. I don't think that's happening.
Not in that place.
But let's see. We got Eric says if you hang around the barbershop long enough, you'll eventually get your hair cut. Pops, have you ever heard that old saying?
Not lately, because my hair don't grow anymore. Once your hair turns gray, it doesn't grow fast. I told him I get 2 haircuts a year now. 2. Every 6 months. Doesn't grow. Right, sorry. Look how short it is. And I got this haircut, what? January?
No, you got another one since then.
No, I haven't been there since, after the New Year.
Looks good.
Yeah, but it grows very slow.
You know what? Be happy about that though, because how expensive haircuts are now. It's ridiculous.
Actually, with the tip, it was $32.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad.
And it's like I was.
Cost me $60 a year.
I told him I was like, you know, my hair is thinning. I think I should get charged less for the amount of hair I have.
No.
And then they wanted to like, oh, how about your beard? I was like, don't touch. You're gonna charge me another $20-some. Don't touch my beard.
It's a lot better than ties I gotta buy tomorrow. Making tires, $150 a piece. It's gonna cost me $750 to get the ties.
For fucking 4 tires.
Yeah, well, the tax and installation, they charge you for both.
They also gonna balance them too.
That's automatic. You know what's not included? Alignment.
That's what I thought. That's the alignment.
No. Balance is the wheels. They put these stupid weights on them. Alignment is they put it on.
That's what I meant. I thought the alignment came with that.
No. $89 if you want the alignment done.
Let's see. Eric says Austin Matthews is on pace to beat it. He has more goals than Ovi through same amount of games played.
Oh, maybe.
Let's see.
He could be right. Yeah.
See, Eric saying, who knows if he could keep the pace, but I guess it's possible. Denzel had one of the best college speeches ever.
Ooh.
Denzel Washington. Well, I see the link right there, Eric. I'll check that out in a minute.
He was an actor.
Yeah, but remember, we're going with you know, you got to remember the delay, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think we were talking about speeches, or no, I'm sure there was a speech from Wayne Gretzky. I think that's what Eric's going off of.
Oh, okay.
It's a minute and a half long, but it's worth listening to. If you have not heard it, I'd recommend the whole speech at some point.
By who?
By Denzel.
And what is it about?
I don't know.
Oh.
It's to a college.
Oh.
I'm sure it's like a motivational speech. It's like, hey, life's about to slap you in the fucking face. Get ready.
One of the best lines he did have speech was in Hurricane Carter at the end.
Oh, yeah.
He spoke to the judge. One of the best. Not as good as Scent of a Woman.
I do love that conversation between him and the kid, and he was like, "Hate put me behind bars."
Yeah. Love is gonna bust me out.
And then the kid was like, "Love don't bust you out. I'm gonna bust you out."
Yeah.
I got emotional during that. I was like, that was
did.
such a great fucking movie.
That was so close to the true story. I don't know if the whole truth was in the beginning. You know, when the two they arrested him. Instead of the two, they were never caught. By the way.
I know, it was just great. Yeah, again, to think that that man spent.
But there was so much racial prejudice in those days. So
fucking disgusting.
The guy spent 20-some years in jail for no reason.
Got 5th Gen saying, "Oh, I thought he said pies." LOL. Oh, you talking about? 5th Gen. We talking about the goals? Well, I'm trying to keep pace with what everybody's talking about. Let's see. Hollywood coming in with cheers and 10 bits. Cheers right back at you, Hollywood. Thank you so much for the 10 bits, brother. Saying hype train. Hey, what do you think? Listen, the hype trains are rare when they do happen. Again, it's awesome. But I think we're, thank you for the 10 bits. I don't think a hype train is happening tonight, dude. And that's okay.
What's the
We're hanging out. What happened, what was it, last week?
Oh, keep going, hype train.
let's hang out and shoot the shit for a bit. Let's calm down.
No.
Let's see. Eric say, when you graduate and they have someone speak, it's that, LOL.
Oh,
that's
okay.
what he's talking about.
All right. Denzel's up there now in age, huh?
Gotta be, right?
God, I remember him doing Hurricane Carter was 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hollywood coming in with another 5 bits. Cheers. Thank you.
What's
for
some
the 5 bits.
your best movies by him? To me, Hurricane Carter was my favorite by him.
Wasn't he in Along Came a Spider?
No, that was
Morgan Freeman, sorry.
Yeah.
Denzel, some of his best movies.
I know he was in Pelham 1-2-3.
Not gonna lie, I gotta say, I liked him in Gladiator 2.
I didn't see that yet.
Yeah, he played a real dick. But he played it good. He played the part great. Let's see. Eric's going with Training Day.
Yeah, that's what he won the Oscar for. I didn't care for it.
I think there was other movies that he should have won an Oscar.
Hurricane Carter.
Yeah.
Easily.
Equalizers, says Eric. Oh, I like, okay, yo.
John Q.
Yeah, Hollywood just said John Q.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's one he probably should have won an Oscar for
close.
as well.
Yeah. I remember that well. That was about the kid being sick.
He needed a heart transplant.
Yeah, and,
And I love, spoiler alert. I'm just giving you a spoiler, so if you haven't seen the movie, mute me now, because I am going to say this part. I do love that moment at the end. Hold on, I'm going to give it a second. See, anybody that hasn't seen it, you can mute it now, all right? I'm just putting it out there.
Ago.
I know, but that doesn't mean everybody's seen it. I mean, shit, think about movies like, we were just talking about how many Terminator movies you've missed since then.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to be fair to the chat. If you haven't seen it, I love that line at the end, towards the end, where as they're all sitting down and he's sitting there and they get ready and they go, "You only had one bullet?" And he goes, "If this didn't work out, I only planned on using one bullet. And it wasn't on any of you guys. He was gonna give his heart to his son." And I was like, "Oh, that again." Even just thinking of that moment, I was like, "Oh, oh my God!"
I can't think of what other movies that he did.
That one hits. It's yes, that's such a fucking...
One of the originals, The Bone Collector.
Bone Collector.
That was one of the first ones.
Yeah.
With, what's her name? Angelina Jolie.
Yeah. Eric, I'm right there with you. John Q made me cry. Dude, same, bro. That shit fucked me up at the end, and then everything ended up working out. And, granted, Denzel went to jail in that movie. But his son still got a heart, and he's and he was gonna, okay, because of how everybody that he held hostage was kind of rooting for him.
Yeah.
Was just
they
the whole idea that that it was such a great fucking
another movie where he was a cop on an island.
Now, hold on a second, Hollywood. This one's a great one. This one too, Hollywood. This movie gave me fucking chills too. It was in a good way. It was just Remember the Titans.
Didn't like it.
I fucking thought that movie was phenomenal.
No, didn't care for it. That's just me.
That's okay. I mean, you ain't gonna like every movie that's ever come out by an actor or an actress or anybody. I thought that movie was great. What didn't you like about it, if you don't mind me asking?
I never even watched the whole thing. I never got more than halfway through. Yeah.
You gotta watch the whole thing.
Maybe one day I will.
You should. I recommend it.
Okay.
I thought it was a great...
Again, like I said, he had a couple of good movies. Not great, in my opinion, all time. He made some good movies, but not... Wow.
No, if it's not your taste, I understand.
No, I like him. I think, he came from a TV series called St. Elsewhere.
Yeah.
In 1980.
Okay.
He was a nobody. And all of a sudden...
Yeah, he's one of the greatest actors...
Superstar.
Ever perform.
Black actors like Morgan Freeman was very, very popular. He comes on. Oh, The Preacher's Wife. Funny.
That was enough. Yes. He
played an
The
angel.
Preacher's Wife.
That was a good one.
I gotta watch. It's been a minute since I watched that.
That was with Whitney Houston, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
And the guy from Criminal Intent, Courtney B. Vance, he played the preacher.
I gotta check that out again.
That was a good one. Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, that was. They showed almost over Christmas time. Now that it's Easter, not to change the subject, but movies are gonna be all the biblical movies.
Yeah, Ten Commandments, things like that. I don't want to get too deep into it.
No, Ten Commandments, King of Kings, Samson and Delilah, and
Yeah.
probably Ben-Hur.
I don't like getting too deep into it because one of the things that we don't discuss is religions and politics.
No, this is not about that.
I know, but I know these are religious
fantastic movies, by the way.
Just trying to
No. Cecil B. DeMille was so far ahead of his time.
See, Hollywood saying, how about Samuel L. Jackson?
Yeah, I liked him. He was in Jurassic Park, first one. Not a great role. Mid part. Smoking a cigarette, so right to the filter.
Hold on to your butts.
I really liked him in Time to Kill with Matthew McConaughey.
I think it was Deep Blue Sea. He had a role in that.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting how they, how his character ended in that movie.
Pulp Fiction.
Snakes on a Plane.
Yeah. Pulp Fiction was made.
No, I'm naming. Oh, no.
I know.
Pulp Fiction was awesome. I'm just naming movies.
John Travolta, yeah. Oh. Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was a big part of that with Bruce Willis.
Oh, no. They were so... Oh,
so you don't like... You know what?
Yeah. No, but I love... But the two of them together in that movie was...
They were great.
He's like, where you going? He goes, about to prevent a homicide. But no, yeah.
Not Jesus, it's Zeus.
Their dynamic together in that movie
was great.
Fucking awesome. That's right, A Time to Kill. This is Hollywood.
I said that.
Yep. Papa K said that one. He got that one too, bro.
Yeah, it was major in that. Yeah, he was a nobody too.
Oh, I forgot about Shaft.
Yeah.
Again,
My favorite was
movies.
with Richard Roundtree in the 70s. You know, Chef was a remake with him.
Let's see, FitGen saying, I can't unsee that scene of Bruce Willis walking through Harlem with that sign.
Yeah.
As a punishment. Yeah, that's that's what Papa K. FitGen. That's what Papa K was just saying without saying like the full thing.
Yeah, no, you can't do that.
Yeah. But that was rough, and even when they like censored it, like you still got the gist of what was going on there.
Yeah, they didn't censor it in the movie.
I know, but like in like when they played it on TV, they censored it.
Not in the certain channels, no.
Okay, I'm just saying like other channels they did. Okay.
Only like AMC, but if you did IFC or cable, no, they didn't censor it at all.
But yeah.
That's about it with him. You know, I can't remember any other movies with him.
Wild Man says, I got a funny NBA joke for you.
Okay.
What do you got, Wild Man?
It's not going to be racial, I hope.
We don't allow any of that shit on this channel.
No, that's true.
So even if it tempts it, it will be timeouts or bans. So just keep that in mind.
NBA what? Joke?
Yeah.
Oh.
What is the only number that is banned in the NBA?
No idea. 0?
I don't know.
Me either. I didn't know there was a number that was banned.
Again, it's a joke.
Oh, okay. Got me.
Yeah, got me. 69 for obvious reasons.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
You pervert. Way to go, Art.
That's Hollywood. No, that was Wild Man.
Wild Man. Thank you. Yeah.
Why is it banned? It's for obvious reasons, Eric. All right? Don't stir the pot. Don't stir the pot, damn it. It's a giving number for everyone. Jesus Christ.
Oh, man. We'll let that go.
Oh, God. God help me. I'm Wild Man, I'm not reading that out loud. Favorite Die Hard movie? Asked Hollywood.
Die Hard?
Yeah.
Second one.
First one.
No, second one was the best.
For me, that's an easy one. First one. Loved it. Hey, come on up. We'll have a few drinks.
No, second one was the best.
Can Papa K check the Cardinals game for me? Hollywood's asking.
Hey, Google. What's the score of the St. Louis Cardinals game?
Currently, the Cardinals are tied with the Pirates 0-0 in the top of the third.
It says 0-0 in the third. That's all I can tell you.
Let's see. My favorite one was when they died extra hard, says Eric.
When they died extra hard.
God,
I don't know what that means.
Yeah. You know, don't worry about it.
I thought the second had the best story. You know, about the militants taking over.
Nah, it was
More action, first of all.
It depends upon what you're looking for in a movie, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, there was a lot of action in the first one, too.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first one, they threw in the third one. The third one, Die Hard with a Vengeance, was the guy that was revenging his brother's death who fell off in the first one.
Spoiler!
What?
You don't know how many people have seen these movies.
Come on, this movies are what, 30 years ago?
Yeah, but you also have to remember, too, we have multiple different ages in our audience.
Okay, well, this is not what I said.
No, you already heard it.
Yeah.
We were talking about spoilers.
Yeah. Yeah, second one was the best. That guy, I never know his name.
Hans Gruber.
I know. No, in the second one, the guy that was...
Do you know his name?
His real name, no. But the guy in the second one, who created the oil mill, he's got that harsh-looking face. I never know his name. But he's always secondary actor.
Gary Busey.
No, the guy, he played in... he was in that one. He was a big
You
star.
guys know?
He was in a Steven Seagal movie called... oh, man.
Yeah, Fifth Gen Coach. Spoiler alert. Jurassic Park has dinosaurs. Well, thank you, Fifth Gen. You've now ruined Jurassic Park for anybody that hasn't seen it.
It was 32 years ago. Who hasn't seen that? Which one was your favorite Jurassic Park? First, second, or third?
Oh, the first one.
Yeah, okay.
Easy. And then I did like when they brought Jurassic World into it.
No, I didn't.
I did enjoy that one, but the first one, and just even when you watch how they did the special effects, that T-Rex was not. They had that raining scene, coming down, as he's breaks out of the enclosure.
Oh yeah.
And I love what that is they made that. That was an that was a motorized electronic dinosaur, and it's a raining scene, and they had to keep it dry because otherwise it would malfunction. The difficulties that they went through just doing that scene, that alone is mind blowing. And then when you see it in the movies, and you're like,
when it comes out of the bushes. Yeah. And he attacks.
Insane.
Yeah.
It's insane.
No, it was like Jaws with the shark. They had so many problems with the electrical shock in the water. You know, they couldn't get it right, and finally they said, "Man, we're not gonna be able to do this." And then finally, Spielberg was the director, I think. He figured it out.
I think he was the director on both of these movies.
Oh yeah, Jurassic Park 2.
Yeah,
okay.
I think so. I think so.
Okay.
Fitz saying also it should be called Cretaceous Park because things like the T-Rex didn't exist then. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong on that, Fifth Gen.
I didn't know
that was not the Jurassic Park. They did not. Those particular dinosaurs did not exist. Exactly what Fifth Gen said. It was the Cretaceous period where they were. That's when they were roaming the planet.
Okay. That was what 67 million years ago, or something like that.
It was crazy.
It's hard to believe, right? That long ago.
It's hard to believe that this planet's been around this long.
4 billion years, they said.
Yeah. And then we got another 6 billion until our sun dies.
Hopefully not. Never happens.
No, it's inevitable.
If it does, we're dead.
Well, I mean, it's 6 billion years from now, so I don't think anybody has anything to be anxious or worried about.
Yeah. Unless you're
If you're
reincarnation.
still alive 6 billion years from now, what the fuck are you taking? What kind of vitamins are you on?
6 billion years. Oh my god.
I think our star. So our sun is a star.
Yeah.
It has. I think they kind of calculated it as it's got at least 5 billion years left before like it uses up its energy.
They said it's like exploding hydrogen bombs on the sun.
Yeah. I actually listened to a thing where they were actually able to get like a device close enough to the sun that you could hear the noises the sun makes. It's fucking horrifying. The noises that come out of our sun, it's like a scary movie.
93 million
It
miles
sounds
away.
like an exorcism.
93 million miles away.
Mm-hmm.
And
But again-
it never moves.
No, it moves.
No.
The sun moves.
They said the sun never moves.
No, so when you think about the galaxy that we live in, right?
Yeah.
What is it, the Milky Way?
Something like
Or
that.
whatever that. So that revolves around a giant black hole. So our sun is actually moving, and we are moving too,
I never heard
around a gigantic. I'll show you it. I think it was Neil deGrasse Tyson. This is stuff has been discovered. No, we are moving. Like our entire solar system is moving in orbit around a giant, enormous black hole that is. I think they said it's like 5 million times the size of our sun. It's pretty fucking crazy.
And I was misled.
Well, no, it's things that are learned over time. Like as the technology has been developed and these insane telescopes
I was
and
taught
things.
that the sun never moves because if it
Oh,
moved,
no, we're moving.
we'd be all dead if it ever moved.
Oh no, it's just moving at a pace where, like, for instance, if you think about how fast our planet is moving around the sun, like we are even though we're sitting still, we're moving right now.
Of course. Yeah, we're in orbit.
But yeah, it's I've been listening. This is the kind of crazy shit I fall asleep to. Is the solar system and the universe and the galaxies. Like again, there was a comedian out there that goes, what is happening right now is fucking crazy. He didn't say it this way. I'm saying it this way, but he's like, it's crazy. When you think about it, we are on a giant rock floating around in infinite space, and guess what? Infinite is getting bigger. Does that make any sense to you? No, it doesn't. The infinite is still growing, and we are just floating around a star, and that every star that you see in the sky took millions of years for that light to reach us. They were even able to calculate when two black holes hit each other. And we've all lived through that actually once, which is fucking crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, space is crazy. I don't want to get too... It's pretty wild.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Big question I was always told, what's more interesting, space or the oceans?
Personally, I think the oceans, because that is something we can still explore. If the infinite is just constantly growing, like, we can check that shit out later.
It's not Star
Let's
Trek.
just figure out our fucking own planet.
Yeah, it's not Star Trek or, yeah. That movie was way ahead of its time.
Mm-hmm.
Circling around space to
Jesus.
investigate other worlds.
Eric wants to occupy Mars. You and Elon Musk both, dude. You guys have fun with that trip. I ain't getting in a fucking rocket ship. That's...
They would never even get near Mars, right? Have we sent shit up to Mars yet?
Yeah.
Yeah? Like what?
It actually used to have an atmosphere. It dissipated over time.
Didn't say it
But
was
they
like-
actually had, like, there are canyons there that...
I thought it was a frozen planet. No?
Mars? No, I think you're thinking of
Jupiter.
no. Jupiter is a gas giant.
Okay.
It's like center is literally liquid mercury or something like that. But literally, and it's got a storm that eye you see on Jupiter. That's been going on for over 300 years, or maybe even longer than that.
Okay.
What do we got here? Vladdy signed a contract, and now he's jogging to first. He's cooked. Josh Allen and I shine brighter and hotter than the sun. If you come too close to us, you get burnt. You might want to.
Who's jogging to first?
Well, Eric. So what is Mahomes Superman then? Is he powered by the sun?
Powered by the officials. That's what I think.
See, Fitch Ed says in space, nobody can hear you scream, but your neighbors can. Close your window, Fred. We can all hear you screaming at your TV. That's good. That's good, Fitch Ed. Dude, I like your sense of humor, bro. What the hell? Bring the Space Force. We going in. Nah. Listen, I'm gonna hang out on this planet. I like it here. It's pretty comfortable. We got water and shit. It's nice. It's breathable air for the most part. Did you hear the pitcher we acquired for 2011 World Series championship? I did not hear this. Died today in the Dominican Republic. The roof in a nightclub fell in on him. Holy shit, that's horrifying news. I'll let him know when he gets back. Easy, Eric. Yeah, I'll let him know when he gets back, dude. And now a message from Earth. We got water and shit. That's right. That's right. We got water and shit, guys. We got water. And we got shit. And then we got, there's like food and stuff. There's the internet now. See, the shipment should be there soon. I'm excited, dude. I'm excited. I'm keeping an eye on the door lately, bro. California didn't have water for a bit. Dude. It is kind of crazy when you think about this, though, right? In all seriousness, like, everything that has to go right for life to exist, whether it's like a single cell organism or, just like us, pretty fucking wild. Like, I learned last night as I'm sitting there and I take my little shot of Z-Quil and I'm just like fading out and I put on like space stuff and I'm like, all right, let's fall asleep to this. I'm like, oh, we are orbiting around a giant black hole. And I'm worried about the Yankees record right now.
What's that?
Nothing. I gotta use the bathroom.
Oh, go ahead. You're my guest.
No. I'm the host.
I know. You're my guest. Okay. Hey, Google. What's the score of the Mets game?
Today, the Mets played the Marlins. The final score was 10-5 Mets.
Oh, wow. Mets are on fire. Scoring runs. Something we can't do. So we got the Knicks, Celtics. Hey, Google. Who are the Islanders playing tonight?
The Islanders will face off against the Predators today at 8 p.m.
Oh, God. They're going to beat the shit out of Nashville. Move ahead of us. But Yeah. I don't know much to look forward to. Rangers not in. Probably the Knicks, maybe. They're in the playoffs.
No, hold on. Hollywood wanted me to share this obituary with you.
I'll do it. I don't like the sound of that.
He told me, he says, tell Papa K what happened.
Huh.
Did you hear that Octavio Dotel, the pitcher we acquired for our 2011 World Series championship, died today in the Dominican Republic? The roof in a nightclub fell on him.
Oh, God. I remember.
That's fucking shitty.
Wow.
That's... Woo!
Well,
See, Hollywood saying, check the Cardinals game for me again.
he said they were playing Boston. It said they're playing the Pirates.
Somebody's off.
Hey, Google. What's the score on the St. Louis Cardinals game?
Currently, the Cardinals are leading the Pirates 3-0 in the top of the fourth.
3-0 Cardinals in the fourth.
Fitchan's asking, so how we feeling about the NBA playoffs?
Hey?
That's all you, Pops.
Yeah, I'd love to see the Knicks go somewhere. I don't know if they will. Depends who they first face in the first round. But no, they're playing the Celtics tonight. Be competitive. They've gotten blown out by the Celtics every game this year.
Because they're not being competitive enough.
Well, I mean, blown out. They're losing by 15, 20. You know, that's not competitive. They got Jalen Brunson back, so
You think they go in going like, guys,
win
let's
tonight.
dial back on the competitiveness.
Win tonight and beat him. Handily.
I wonder if the coach talks to them and go, guys, we were too competitive last game.
Yeah,
Dial it down.
My opinion is the Celtics have better players. They got
I agree with you.
the biggest superstar in the league right now, Jason Tatum.
Tatum.
Yeah.
Tatum.
But again, I don't know if they're going to go back-to-back and win the title because you got Cleveland on fire. Then eventually they would have to face Oklahoma, who's on fire. His team's good.
Need to get on fire.
Yeah, so. Can the Knicks win? I don't think so.
Who do you think's going to win?
That's a tough one right now.
Because you got to remember, Pops, like,
I'll say-
our communities here on Twitch and Kick,
What I've
they're
seen,
they're not all Knick fans.
what I've seen, I say Oklahoma Thunder.
You think the Oklahoma Thunder is going to take
They
it?
look really good. If not them, Cleveland
The Cleveland, okay.
Cavaliers.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm curious. So you think it's either going to be Oklahoma or Cleveland?
they would have to face each other because they're in different conferences. You know, they're Cavaliers are on our side, Oklahoma's in the West.
You got to remember, basketball, not very good to me.
No.
That was the one sport that you kept me away from.
Yeah, luckily, my Knicks haven't won in 53 years.
I used to play.
Yeah, I loved playing basketball when I was a kid.
I was fast as shit.
And in those days, my teams were great. The Knicks were great. They were in every year. From 68, 69 on, they were there. They had the best players. Hall of Famer, Clyde Frazier.
Yeah, and then Jordan comes into the picture, and the Knicks are.
He came like 10, 12 years later.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just quoting you.
Yeah. My guys never faced Jordan. If they had, we probably would have beat him. Walt Frazier, Willis Reed, Dave DeBusschere, and Bill Bradley. They would have beat the Chicago Bulls. Because Red Holtzman was the coach. They had the best defensive team in the NBA. And you're talking about guys that were big. Jabbar, 7'2". Will Chamberlain, 7'2". They beat him. Didn't matter. Because Willis Reed was unbelievable. He could score.
It's like, if you could put those teams together.
Yeah, you can't. It's all hypothetical because, but my opinion, if they would have faced them, they would have beat them.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I do. Yeah. Because I think Dave DeBusschere was better than Scottie
I
Pippen.
think Jordan would have figured out how to beat them.
Nah, because they had too many good players on the Knicks. Way too many.
I don't know.
Way too
I don't
many.
know. I think they would have. I think between him,
The Knicks held everybody on the
Scottie
100 points.
Pippen.
Nah, they would have held them.
I think they would have figured it out.
Dave DeBusschere was better than Scottie Pippen, in my opinion.
I'm just saying, collectively, I think they would have figured it out.
Bill Bradley was one of the best baseline shooters I ever saw.
I don't know.
Earl Monroe when they
I
got
don't
him.
know.
No, No, the Knicks defense was.
You know, if they were so great, how come we don't have more championships?
Because they don't. Those guys are long gone.
Ah, that's an excuse.
What excuse? Walt Frazier was one of the most exciting players. He just has celebrated, I think, his 77th birthday.
I'm only fucking with you.
Yeah, he still looks good.
I thought at some point in there you'd realize I was fucking with you.
Yeah.
You just.
In my opinion, Knicks beat the two best teams in basketball history at the time. Yeah. Because Boston was always there. We wiped them out real fast in 68. In 69, the Knicks started off 23-2.
It's not bad.
Not bad. That was one of the best records ever till the Lakers went 33-0.
That's better.
Yeah.
Just when you think things can't be beat.
But the Knicks...
Then they get beat.
Then the Knicks wind up beating everybody.
Just like the Yankees World Series record. That'll be beat one day.
Yeah, not in our lifetime.
Let's see. Let me catch up over here. Hollywood saying, all right. I never said the Cardinals were playing Boston.
Oh, I heard something about somebody hitting off the Green Monster.
Yeah, that was Eric. You got to remember, there's Eric.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And then there's Hollywood Eric.
Sorry. I got the wrong way.
It's all right. It happens. It happens.
I got you.
We don't mean any offense by it, you know. We're just a couple of regular guys hanging out in upstate New York.
Beat the Pirates.
In the Whiskers studio.
Pirates have beaten nobody anyway. They got a great pitcher in Paul Skeens, but the rest of the team,
Nah.
no, not going no way.
Let's see. Hollywood saying Bruins are up on the Devils 1-0. 3 minutes left in the first period. Home run derby yet? No, Hollywood still haven't figured that out yet, dude.
I didn't even know they were playing.
I've been busy.
Devils are in. Bruins are not. Bruins, wow, they traded. I think they traded. What's his name?
Pittsburgh just scored 3-1 on the Card.
Okay.
The Cards.
That game.
He says you're good, Pops.
That game could go anywhere. You know, two teams, no offense against the Cardinals. I don't see, them going anywhere this year.
See, we got Fitchen saying, and thoughts on the MLB this season. Oh God, Fitchen, you're gonna stir this pot again. Pops. How do you feel about the MLB this season?
What do you mean?
Well, Fitchen is asking, thoughts on the MLB this season.
Who's gonna win, or what's the question?
Your thoughts on the MLB this season? What are your thoughts?
No, you got a lot of bad teams. Really. And again, I hate to say it, it's going to be like football. The teams with the best players are going to be there again. I figure the Mets are going to be there now that I got Juan Soto. I got to figure Philly's going to be in the mix. The Dodgers are going to be in the mix.
The Yankees.
Hopefully.
No. You said the teams with the best players.
I hope so. Well, that doesn't mean they're going to be there, but...
Well, that's what you said.
Yeah, but the Yankee pitching staff scares the shit out of me right now.
Yeah, but you didn't name one Yankee pitcher.
Orioles.
Or you didn't name one pitcher. You're only naming offensive players.
Orioles should be right there again. On the other side, I have no idea. I don't know if the Giants are any good. San Francisco, who we're going to face, according to what you just told me. It's going to be tough, but I said there's a lot more bad teams than good teams.
Fitchen says, I see the Dodgers going again.
Of course.
Yeah.
They pay the most, and they got the best players.
I mean, they got a crazy amount of money.
Yeah, and they do the right thing. They have everybody defer their salary. That means they don't have to pay them what they're telling you they make.
No. I know.
They're going to be paid for the rest of their life.
Listen, Saturday, after the stream on Saturday, I faced fucking Grim Reaper in MLB The Show 24. And I picked the Yankees. You know who Grim picked? Fucking Dodgers.
Of course.
And I was sitting there and I was like, okay. I believe I rage quit after the third inning because he was beating me 6-0 already. And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I just got some super players, Otani.
I can't even get a base hit.
Otani. You got Freeman, who's on the IL right now. You got Mookie Betts. I mean, this team, they're loaded. So unless barring injuries.
Okay, hold on though. We're saying, like, let's say, just to, have a little fun conversation here. Let's say the Dodgers do get back. Who do you think, based off of last season, who do you think? Can you give me 3 teams that you think that would be compatible against the Dodgers in a World Series? Who do you think would have the best chances of beating the Dodgers if the Dodgers
beating them, but facing them, Orioles,
Baltimore? Yeah. Okay.
I gotta say the Yankees should be right in the mix. And after that, boy, I don't know. Kansas City was right in the mix, but I don't know what they're doing so far this year. They have.
No, I'm just saying based off of last season. Remember, I'm using that.
Yeah.
The Dodgers go back this season based off of last season.
I don't see anybody beating the Dodgers again. I don't care what team they face.
But again, just for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
But and you answered it right there. Kansas City, Baltimore, Yankees.
Possibly the Yankees, yeah. I don't even know. I haven't followed the West Coast teams yet, so I don't know. But like I said, there's a lot of bad teams.
No, but you answered the question though, and that's the thing. But keep going. I'm sorry.
I don't think any of those teams can beat the Dodgers right now.
They're the dominant team. How many World Series do the Dodgers have?
They gotta be right.
Guys, anybody know?
Yeah, but we beat them almost every year.
No, we don't. We lost to them last year.
Yeah, but in the 50s and the 70s, we beat them every time.
So that's not relevant to today.
Well, I'm just saying, those were the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Oh, because of the question I asked. That's right. I apologize, Pops. I didn't mean to jump at you like
almost
that.
Every year. We had the best player in baseball.
I'm still curious though. Like, how many World Series wins do they have?
No idea.
That's what I'm curious. I'm curious about that.
Well, it can't be more than St. Louis because St. Louis is the closest.
Let's see. We got Fitz Jen saying American League. It's hard to say. We got to wait and see who faces off in the playoffs come October. I mean, yeah, that's fair.
It's too early to tell because you have so many injuries in baseball. Look at what we went through. Garrett Cole and Luis Hill out. That's major injuries. If they're in right now, we could be like, I don't know, 10-2. Not 6-5.
But still, again, I still think that I think maybe 8-3 is a better.
Whatever.
Because when the bats go cold, you rely on the pitching, right?
Yeah, and they don't have it right now.
And I still think that okay, we're 6-5. I still don't think first 11 games. I'm not worried.
No, I'm just worried.
I'm not concerned. It's just I know Garrett Cole being out for the entire season.
Sucks.
That's going to be an impact, especially if the Yankees get on fire. And let's just say that the pitching ain't great, but the offense is on fire.
That's what we're going to rely on.
And let's just say, hear me out. Let's just say the Yankees have bouts of fire with the offense throughout the regular season, make their way into the playoffs. That's when, not having a guy like Garrett Cole out there you're right. The pitching is going to be a problem, and it's who's going to step up and, really, and also who's going to step up and get the job done. But here's the thing. In the playoffs, especially if you manage to get your way to the World Series, how you navigate using your starting pitchers, your aces,
especially when two of you guys. Well, Luis Hill's not.
Hear me out on this. It's really going to be a coaching decision there on how often you use certain pitchers,
of course,
and that could be detrimental because again, when we looked at last year I'm just going to use the Yankees as an example because they made the World Series. Pitching was not great.
Defense was not great.
They just kept. Well, no, the defense couldn't do anything because the ball kept going over the fucking wall.
But when it wasn't,
and we were sitting there going, "Yeah, I ain't catching that one."
Stop pitching to Freddie Freeman.
Yeah,
I kept saying it. We were doing our show.
No. I said that.
I said it too. I said, "Why are they pitching him?" 2 minutes later, we got a notice Freddie Freeman just hit a 2-run home. Hello. And by the way, they don't have Clark Schmidt either. He was pretty damn good, but he's always hurt.
But I think the big thing is that's going to be a key factor, at least for the Yankees, is if they do have that kind of fire this season offensively, defensively, pitching-wise, is, you know what?
They got to hit.
The pitching coach has got to sit there and go, all right, guys.
To me, the three guys that got to hit is Judge.
Stop throwing to this fucking guy.
Judge, Bellinger, and Jazz Chisholm, who's already struck out more than anybody in the majors. He does strike out a lot. That's the problem. But when he connects, when he gets hot, he'll hit 5 home runs in a week. But he'll strike out 150 times this year. He doesn't have the eye. Like Judge at least walks a ton.
Got Fitz and saying Dodgers won 8 World Series and have 25 National League pennants.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
But they always lost to the Yankees.
And that's right. And Hollywood confirming this as well over here. 8 World Series championships.
Yes, but the Yankees beat them in the 50s all the time.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
They ain't beating them now.
No.
You know, we can like be happy about the things that the Yankees did in the past. But again, like you're saying, is what does the future look like for the Yankees? What do you think?
I just want to see Aaron Judge get 1 World Series win. Just one.
Now, how do you think they go about doing this? Do you know? I know we lost Soto, but like, do you see anything in the anything in the farm team or anything like that?
I don't know. System? I don't know what they have. I know they got one kid. I told you, Spencer Jones, but he's too young. This guy's a monster. He's like Judge size, 6'7", but not as bulky. But he's got tremendous power. But he's so young. By the time he gets in the league, Judge will be like 35. You know.
You think it'll take that long? He's what, 31 now?
32.
32?
Mm-hmm.
You think it'll take that long for him to get get ready for the majors?
3 years usually. Judge didn't get into the majors until he was 25. That was a mistake. That guy should have been here in 2015.
Well, we said the same thing about Victor Cruz when it came to the New York Giants, when he was in spring training or preseason.
Yeah, but I wanted him.
I know, but no, we all said that, and they didn't think he was ready.
Yeah, after he got 3 touchdowns against the Jets in preseason, they cut him.
Yeah. And
guess what? Somebody got hurt, and boom, he comes in, they win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Hello. So much for their coaching staff and their.
No, I think it's the scouts. I don't think it's a coaching staff. I think it's the scouts.
Coaches make the decisions and management. They blew it.
Yeah, but they listen to the scouts, don't they?
Well, yeah. I watched that game when he scored 3 Ds. I said, "Oh my God!"
No, I was in the bar. I was like, "That's the guy." I was with Keith, and he was like, "Dude, this guy's gonna be great one day." And I was like, "Dude."
And they cut him after that, preseason game.
We were losing our minds. It's preseason, and we're losing our minds going, they got to keep this kid.
Sometimes they fuck up with the decisions. Yeah. You never know.
No, I agree.
Jeter was going to be traded. Jeter was going to be traded in 95, before the 96 series. And finally they said, no, we're going to keep him. Hello? Only played after 3,000 hits as a Yankee. 5 world champions. Hello? Yeah, and you were going to trade him.
Let's see, Eric says they have a future until they meet up with the Blue Jays.
Eric, no offense, your Blue Jays aren't going anywhere. You don't have the pitching.
Yeah, Eric, don't worry about this, because when Papa K says things like this, they might actually have a fantastic season.
If you guys win 75 games, I'll be shocked.
Now they're going to win 95.
Last year they won 77. And look at that lineup.
Yeah, but again, do you think about... I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Talking about the Rangers winning 55 games last year.
Mm-hmm.
You called me the kiss of death.
No, I don't know what happened. They have the
stars. It could be that when you say those, it's the kiss of death for our teams. It might be the spark of life.
They have to
for
hit.
Everybody else's teams.
They're like the Yankees. They have to hit. They don't have the pitching.
Yeah,
believe me, they don't have the pitching. I don't think anybody really has major pitching right now in the American League East. You got 5 teams in there that are struggling. You got Boston. I don't think they're that great with pitching. You got
Boston.
Toronto.
I think is still on a rebuild.
No, they got Bregman now. He's producing.
No, that's what I mean. It's like it's a rebuild.
They don't have pitching. You gotta give me pitchers that can, start 32 times a year, not get hurt.
Well, I say we got Hollywood saying Papa K, favorite Yankee moment. Think about that. I'm going to catch up with the rest of, let's see, Yankees don't have the cards. Blue Jays winning 85 plus. Take that to the bank. Maybe 90. Wait. Eric, you think you could lock that in right there for me? You want to make a gentleman's bet?
You're dreaming.
At least 85 wins?
And that still won't get you in the playoffs.
No. You think about your favorite Yankee moment. Let me have. I like bantering back with Eric right now. Think about your favorite Yankee moment. And you're saying maybe 90. What if we lock it in at 85, Eric? We make a gentleman's bet. What are your thoughts on that? No pressure. But if you're that certain on your Blue Jays, you sure you didn't mean the Rays getting 85 wins?
Gotta go neither. I have too many Yankee favorite moments. I can't think of one.
Well, your top one. You gotta give something, Pops. Give us something.
Fortunately, the ones I have the favorite about, they didn't win the series.
Who cares? It's your favorite moment. It's not about what they did. It's your favorite moment.
Mickey Mantle, 1964. St. Louis Cardinals. The score is 1-1. Mantle steps up against Barney Schultz. I'll never forget his name. Bottom of the ninth. Elston Howard's in the on deck circle, and Mickey looks at him. He goes, "Ellie, this game is over." First pitch. Way up in the upper deck.
There you go, chat.
But they did lose that series.
Regardless, it's not about whether they won. I think you put too much thought into like what they did in the that you when a question like that comes about. But you just got to. It's a personal question to you. What is your favorite moment? No matter what they did afterwards.
I got two in the same series against Arizona. 2 outs, bottom of the ninth. They're down, right? 2 runs. Tino hits a home run. Ties the game. They win. Next game, they're down 2 runs again. Brocious hits a home run. They tie the game. Jeter hits a home run to win the game. Those, they lost the series, but those were unbelievable moments.
I mean, that's exactly there you go, Hollywood, to answer that question. Hollywood wasn't asking a favorite World Series moment or anything like that. It's just a favorite Yankee moment.
Yeah.
And regardless of what they did afterwards, it's not important. It was just like, those are the moments that stay with you, and that's fucking awesome.
Oh, the playoff game against the Boston Red Sox in '78. Bucky Dent, 1-game playoff. It's a 3-run homer. The last guy you would expect.
There you go.
And they win after being down 14 and a half games in August. They came back and played a 1-game playoff game in Boston, won, and then won the World Series and beat the Dodgers. Reggie, Mr. October. What time you got?
Well, if you want to take a break, go ahead.
What time is it?
7:57.
All right, I'll wait till 8.
Let's see. I'll do over 84.5 wins.
Dream on. You don't have pitching.
All right, so wait. Hold on. Pops, this is between me and Eric right now.
Go ahead.
We're doing a gentleman's bet.
Mm-hmm.
So now here is the deal, Eric.
Yeah.
You either get 84 or you get 85.
There's no halves.
We're not doing halves. This isn't, FanDuel. This is the Pops Wiz SportsCast.
Why don't you make a deal? Yankees win more than Toronto.
No. Don't
mention it.
I like where you're going with this.
Yeah, right.
But let's see, Yankees don't have anything except for torpedoes. They're 6-5. They're tied with your fucking. They're tied with your dude. They're tied with your Blue Jays. Torpedo bats or not? Come on. You want to make a gentleman's bet or not? Hollywood saying Mantle knocked the cover off that ball. Great choice.
Yep.
Toronto wins 88 games, finish second behind the Yankees, who gets 95 wins. Saying Hollywood.
They're predicting the Yankees to win 95. I don't know. Again, like I said, you never know in the season who gets hurt.
I know.
Yeah,
but again, it's just, if you had that knowledge, this wouldn't be as fun. Now, would it?
No.
No. So it's just we're having a little fun right now.
Oh, no, I get it. Like I said, the season's so long. You still got 150 games left.
Eric's saying, unfortunate that this isn't a naval battle.
You got to remember.
Oh, your little torpedo joke right there.
Look at a guy like Judge got hot as hell.
That was actually pretty good.
First 6 games is hot as hell. Player of the week. Right away. Now, nothing. Maybe next week, he does it again.
Now, hold on a second. Eric, it's 85 games. 85. You said it. You got it right there. You said Blue Jays winning 85 plus. There's no negotiations here. 85 is the number. Do you want to shake on this? Before I even put the hand out for the shake.
Yeah. 85 to 77? They're going to make the playoffs.
If you're that confident in your team, let's put 5 gifted on it. Yeah. And so, that's how it works. I'm not great at math. I'm not great with numbers. I want to call it 85. No, dude, you ain't got to worry about it. Because if you're that confident, then I'm going to be doing 5 gifted. Nah, that don't work. That don't work, dude. That don't work, brother. Sorry, it's 5 gifted. I mean, you're very confident in your Blue Jays. I'm willing to risk what I said. No, that's fine. That's fine. All right. No deal. They're definitely gonna... They're not gonna make 85, bro. I think you know that. I think you know that, dude. I think you know it. Really cocky till 5 gifted gets put on the line. Yeah. That's fine. That just proves my point. Well, actually, it proves Papa K's point. Blue Jays might get 80 wins. Maybe. There's no 85 plus there, dude. There's no 85 plus there, dude. You said maybe 90? Yeah. No, all it does is it proves that you ain't got faith in your team to put 5 gifted down. Just proves I don't want to bet $30. That's fair, dude. Toronto has Max Scherzer. Hollywood, I don't think that's enough, dude. I don't think that's enough. Again, right now, I'm still like with Papa K, like, I got hope for the Yankees. We do have quite a few injuries, you know? I mean, if they win 90 games, Without Garrett Cole? Like, we're talking about, like, we're going to have those torpedo bats better fucking start sinking some ships. Because clearly, in Papa K, it's been proven now, those bats, okay, that was a fluke. All right? You didn't give her another treat, did you?
Of course.
Well, at least you were honest this time.
Yep.
He's not taking the bet.
No. What was the bet?
I said
85. And
I said if the Blue Jays get 85 wins,
yeah,
all they got to do is get 85. Anything after that's fine. So we'll do 5 gifted subs. If they get 85 or more, I'll gift 5.
Uh-huh.
If it's less than 85, he has to give 5.
Okay.
And he was like, that's a stretch. Now all of a sudden, that's a stretch. No, Eric, I'm just Let's see. What will be proved is you two jokesters when Blue Jays get 90 wins. What's going to be proven more is you should have taken a bet.
You ever hear that song by Aerosmith? Dream on, dream on.
Let's see. It might be we've got a little. Oh, look at the Lucy emotes in chat. Let's go.
What does that mean?
Because I know you gave the dog another treat.
Yeah.
The Lucius Goocius.
This is my baby.
And he said we made a Lucy emote.
Oh. My Lucy. All right, let's go. I want to hear one of the trivia now.
You want to hear some trivia, ladies and gentlemen? Are you guys ready for the trivia question? Hollywood Eric.
He said it's NHL. I'll never get it.
Yeah, no, I'm fucked. Like this is over for me. I'm just gonna sit there and smile at the camera and just like, yeah. Anybody got any guesses? I got nothing. Let's see. Eric saying, considering the sportsbooks have them listed at 79.5, any bet I place on it at 85 would already be ballsy.
Yeah.
I know. You seem confident, bro.
I hope you're right. I don't think you are.
When I scroll back through chat, you seem pretty confident.
If the bats on Toronto get hot, never know. Springer, Vladimir, Bichette, you never know.
Who knows? All right. You guys ready?
Yep.
All right. Let's get Hollywood Eric up here.
There's a handsome fella.
Let's get him up on the screen. There he is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, all we ask is that you don't look up. Say shit on Google. Let's work together as a community and try to figure this out. It's gonna be NHL questions.
Oh
man, we're in trouble.
Never gonna get it. Me either.
Here we go.
What is up? Happy Pops Wiz SportsCast Day and happy Tuesday to everybody else out there. I've had a great day. It's nice and sunny. That's why I'm outside here at the Underground Bodega here in Missouri. It's nice outside, so it's the intimate setting. I just want to say and have a special shout out to Alexander Ovechkin, Ovi, number 8 of the Washington Capitals, for scoring goal number 895 and breaking a record that was thought to be unbreakable that was set by the great one, Wayne Gretzky, for most goals in a career. Congratulations, Ovi. You deserve it on a great career, and I was so glad to see Wayne Gretzky there when he broke it and to hold the puck with him when he got 895, just like Gordie Howe did when he did it. It was amazing. But now on to what everybody came here to see. Hollywood Eric 86's video trivia question, hosted by yours truly, the man, the myth, the legend, the man behind the Blues hat, Hollywood Eric 86, me. And the question is as follows. What 3 players hold the record for the most 50 goals in a season? Give you a second to think on that. What 3 players hold the record for the most 50 goal seasons in a career? that is my video trivia question. I hope you guys enjoy it. Pops Wiz SportsCast every Tuesday, 6 Eastern, 5 Central. And join Wiz's gaming stream every Thursday, 6 Eastern, 5 Central here. He is amazing. He is one of the best on Kick and Twitch. He's funny. He sings. He interacts with the community. He makes everybody laugh. He makes me laugh. He's an amazing person. He is worth the watch and worth the stream. Join us on Thursdays for his Steam stream, 6 Eastern, 5 Central. And join the Pops Wiz SportsCast tonight and every Tuesday, 6 Eastern, 5 Central here. I love you guys. I will see you guys at the podcast when it starts. Talk to you guys later. Love you. Bye.
Yo, love you too, bro. Let's go. Let's go.
What was the question again? 3 guys that scored 50 goals
Yeah.
in more than one season, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no. What the fuck is his name?
Hold on, let me get the bonus one downloaded right now. Let's see, I was saying tonight's gonna be a good night. Ooh. Let's go, bro. Let's go. 3 players who scored 50 goals in a career.
It's got to be Ovechkin. Ovechkin's one.
Gretzky.
I would say so, yeah. He scored 93.
Yager. I want to say Kreider was close.
He scored 52.
Kreider.
Man.
Ovi is 1. Okay. I'm gonna say I'm throwing Kreider out there. Oh, I gotta use the bathroom though. Pops, you might want to break your glasses out.
I don't have him here.
They're right behind you.
Oh, you left him here?
Yeah, I put them right next to the TV right there.
Oh, okay.
Come on, man. I got you.
I got you. I know the Islanders. I can't think of his name. Oh. He scored 59 years in a row. He's giving me a hint. I already know the guy, but I can't think of his freaking name. Yeah. He's on the Islanders. He scored 59 years in a row.
Let's see what I got here.
Oh, man.
Let's
What
see.
the hell?
Ovi's 1. Gretzky's another. The other was a New York Islander.
Yeah, I
4
saw that.
straight Stanley Cup championships. But again, like you said, Kreider scored 52 one season.
Yeah.
That's
Vic Hatfield scored 50.
Is there a cat? Oh, wait. Hollywood, is this kind of like a? Are we looking for yours? Like, you know how you done it, where like you're looking for specific answers. Because remember when you did that one where you're like, I'm thinking of 5 players that did this. Like, is this similar? Is this a similar?
Yeah, there was more than 3.
Yeah.
Oh, God, what was his name? He passed away, too, by the way. Oh.
I think we need to start throwing that in there, though, when we have these kind of trivia questions that have more than one.
I know Hatfield did it. I know Kreider did it.
Like,
I'm sure, what's his name did it? What is he saying?
Put your glasses on, Pops.
Oh. I don't know what that name is.
Oh, hold on. It's all right because Eric's wrong. Didn't mean to say it like that bluntly. So sorry about that, Eric.
What does he say? No what?
No, so he said no at Eric Emi. That's directed towards Eric,
Okay.
towards his answer. The other was the New York Islanders
I
four
know. I
straight
can't
Stanley
think of
Cup.
his name. Oh.
Can we get initials?
Oh, if I get initials, I know it right away.
Yeah, why not? I mean, we got there's nothing on this. It's just for fun.
Mm.
This way we the
I want to
quicker.
get it without initials.
I know, but the quicker we get it, then we can.
A, B, C.
I just don't want to spend 30 minutes on a trivia question, especially since we have a bonus trivia coming up. And remember, we talked about a time limit.
Yeah.
MB is the initials.
Who?
MB.
Holy shit. Even that doesn't ring a bell.
All right.
No, not yet. Give me a few seconds. Give me a beer.
We're gonna give you 60 seconds.
Oh, God.
And I'm gonna start the timer now. I got a timer. Blue went with Marlon Brando. No.
No.
Once it gets to 60, Pops,
Yeah.
it's over. I'll let you know when we get to 30. All right, we're there.
I'm going to be pissed off when I hear his name.
Probably.
He scored 9 years in a row. He scored 50 goals. He's the only guy I think that ever did that.
All right, 5 seconds.
No, I don't know.
All right. It's over. What is the answer? Hollywood. Let's see, Fitz Jensen, and then I got a less stressful trivia question for you both. Not sports related, not gaming related. All right, bro. All right.
Marlon Brando.
I'm not gonna lie though. I'm actually impressed that I feel like it was set up, right? I feel like Ovechkin and Gretzky were definitely there.
Yeah, but I know this guy. He was involved with the 4 Stanley Cups. And I know he passed away at a young age.
Don't look at that one. That's just like a
Okay.
pop up. Wait, so Fitchen, you got one that's not sports related or gaming related. I can't even imagine what
Mike
this one's gonna be.
Bossy. Oh,
Mike Bossy.
Yeah.
You saw that without your glasses?
yeah. 9 times. See?
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. He was, I think the only guy that ever did that. God, I can't remember his name. Boy, he was unbelievable.
Fucking Blue coming in with Michael Bloomberg.
He was the mayor.
Blue. I don't think NHL is your best topic.
God, I can't believe I didn't get him. I should have got him.
All right, hold on. Fitchen, what do you got trivia wise for us, brother? He said it's not sports related. It's not game related.
Okay. Brooks.
See, Wiz, those three did 9 times in their career. Yo, that was a good question, dude. That was a good question, brother.
Yeah.
Fifth Gen's gonna hit us with some TV trivia.
All right.
I think you got a better shot at this than I do, but I do got some knowledge and
Unless
a little.
if it's recent, you know, if it's
TV.
old, maybe.
Got a little TV I got a little TV knowledge.
So?
Granted, I haven't had cable in like 7 years.
Yeah, but don't forget.
All that shit is on.
What TV she's talking? 50s, 60s, 70s,
Yeah.
90s, 80s.
Even then, most of these shows now are on like streaming platforms.
They're on every day on MeTV, TMC, or TCM, Turner Classic.
Hollywood says, "I think I got this."
Got what?
Well, we don't even know what the trivia question is yet.
Maybe he got it before us.
But we know how. Yo, listen, we all know a bit about TV.
Mike Bossy, how did I not get him?
Okay, this is at Milton Borough. Blue. Blue. It's Mike Bossy, man. All right, simple request. Tell me the longest running show counting their time on radio and TV. Radio and TV. Wow. Howard Stern.
I don't think so.
You think it's one of those late night shows? Blue Monkey's going MASH.
Mash wasn't
Simpson.
on-
The Simpsons say Mismo.
They weren't on radio.
Yeah. Guys, you got to remember. Fifth Gen is saying, tell me the longest running show counting their time on radio and TV. Now, technically, Howard Stern was on TV as well.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also on radio.
Okay, well, that's your answer.
South Park, I don't think's ever been on radio. I don't think The Simpsons have ever been on radio. Hollywood's going Gunsmoke. Blue's going Dark Shadows.
I don't remember that on radio.
I'm thinking Howard Stern, Fifth Gen. Because technically it is a TV show.
Yeah.
And it's also radio. Blue saying Twilight Zone.
It was on TV only. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember these shows. Maybe they were. I don't know.
No, I love these guesses, but you got to, again, chat, guys, you got to remember the question. It's not Howard Stern, but I respect your thought process. Okay, am I, like, on the right path, Fifth Gen? Because he said, again, just to repeat it, and I can't, well, actually, no, I can do this. So this way everybody can see it.
Mm.
And this way I can put this in Twitch chat now. There you go. That is Fifth Gen's question right there. You guys want to pin it? Feel free to do that. But that's what Fifth Gen's got going right now. And this is a good one. This is a good one. Not even close. Shit.
Abbott and Costello.
That's a good guess. That's another good guess.
They were on radio in the 30s. And then they were on television in the 50s.
Let's see. Now, South Park's not on radio, dude. Not that I know of. It's a good question. This is a great question.
Mm.
Let's see. Fifth Gen saying no, but that's a strong guess, Pops.
Not. Jack Benny.
What'd you say before that?
Jack Benny.
No, before Jack Benny.
Abbott and Costello.
That's a strong guess.
But you said no.
He said no, but that's a strong guess. That's like, okay, we're getting warmer. That's how I take that.
Okay.
We're getting warmer. What's next to Abbott and Costello?
Jack Benny was on radio, and he had a TV series.
Was he like up there with Abbott and Costello in popularity?
He was a comedian, yeah.
But with popularity wise?
Oh yeah, he was a cheap guy. Three Stooges. They were never on radio.
Yeah. You gotta remember, look, keep an eye on this one though. Counting their time on radio and TV. Hold on a second, Fitz saying no, I was simply complimenting his answer. Okay, so we are not warmer.
I was gonna say Burns and Allen. They were on radio.
Is it Guiding Light? I don't think it's Guiding Light, Hollywood. You wrote it 3 times, bro.
No, Guiding Light was never on
I think
radio.
if it was Guiding Light, we is it Guiding Light, 5th Gen?
Burns and Allen. I was gonna say Burns and Allen. George Burns and Gracie Allen. They were on radio. She said it's not Jack Benny, right?
Well, I think to be fair, because you got to remember, 5th Gen is on
Right.
Kick,
Okay.
and so he can't see the Twitch chat.
Okay.
He can only see it when it pops up on
Jack
the screen.
Benny, no.
He. Is it so? It's not that. It's not okay. It's not Guiding Light. Ed Sullivan Show saying Blue Monkey.
It was only on TV. They were on for 20 years.
Fitchen's cracking up over here.
I'm running out of ideas.
All right, Fitchen. Can we get Can we get a hint? Jack Benny was on radio as well.
He was.
Hold on, Fitchen saying Guiding Light is correct.
Really?
No, Hollywood. Okay, Hollywood got it. And Fifth Gen throw it in 1937 to 2009. Wow, let's go. Hollywood.
Lone Ranger was a good answer, too.
There's a lot of great answers.
Superman, too. Superman, I think, was on radio.
Oh, shit.
Sure,
yeah,
But
holy
that's
shit.
not the answer. Guiding Light, huh? Wow. Never would have got that. First of all, I never watched Guiding Light.
Yeah, I didn't even
knew
know
the
what that
show.
was.
Yeah. Okay. Good one.
Great trivia question, Fifth Gen. Great trivia question, bro. Wow, 1937 to 2009.
Like I said, Abbott and Costello were on radio. That's when they did Who's On First.
Let's see. I knew my mom and grandma watched soap operas. Guiding Light was a soap opera,
Yes.
and they did that on radio as well.
I guess. Yeah.
Damn.
I wasn't around in 1937, so I couldn't tell you.
Damn.
That was 14, 15 years after I was born.
Fifth Gen, I gotta say, I love the
That was a good one.
It wasn't a sports one. It wasn't a gaming one. You threw you threw a curveball at us all,
Mm-hmm. Good one.
and that was I like your style, bro. I like your style, dude. Let's see. Eric saying, "Pops, can you check Blue Jays score for me?"
Blue Jays. Hey, Google. What's the score of the Blue Jays game in baseball?
Currently, the Blue Jays are leading the Red Sox 4-0 in the bottom of the 6th.
4-0 Blue Jays in the 6th.
Oh shit! Oh shit! I told you I'd get it. I mean, Hollywood, you got an
That's
extensive
damn good.
level of knowledge right there, bro. And again, it's kind of like heartwarming as well, because Ma and Grandma, you watching that shit with them too. Like, let's go. Easy, Eric. Listen, if you ain't gonna put 5 gifted on, I don't want to hear about how many wins your Blue Jays
Now
are
he's
gonna
looking
get.
at, what, 99?
Yeah, I don't want to hear about it unless you want to put 5 gifted down.
Check the Cardinals. What's the score in the St. Louis Cardinals game? Hey, Google. What's the score in the St. Louis Cardinals game?
Currently, the Cardinals are leading the Pirates 5-1 in the top of the 7th.
5-1, top of the 7th. Cardinals.
See, I think Eric likes hearing Pops talk. Says 5th gen. I mean, who doesn't like hearing this man talk?
Most people. You know, shut up.
No, I love. I mean, you bring so much to this show, Dad.
Take it easy.
No. Listen to me. Like, it's not just your well and knowledge, but even just like because of everything that you've seen from like sports, like back like when it started up and like to where it's at now. Like you add so much to this show. It is.
I didn't get Mike Bossy.
I thought it doesn't matter whether you get the trivia questions right.
That's
What I'm
amazing.
saying, can I fucking compliment you?
No. I saw that guy play his whole career. He was unbelievable. And he had to retire because of injury, and then unfortunately passed away at a pretty young age.
He doesn't want to ruin the dynamic of the show where we argue with each other all the time.
We have one more trivia question coming up?
Yes.
Okay, let's go. I can't believe I didn't get Mike Bossy. But there were several others that scored 50.
And don't forget, we also have, later on after the show, we got something we got to check out as well.
Okay.
You remember?
Bill Burr.
You remember.
But only a few minutes, like you said, it wasn't very
Well,
long.
I want to see how you, again, my opinions are
I usually
different.
go with yours. And I
No,
know
you
like
don't.
it.
You never go with
Well, with comedians, yeah. If he's, I think he's past tense, by the way. Like Louis Black and a lot of them. Gaffigan.
I think you might get a kick out of some of this.
All right.
Let's see. Hell yeah, thank you. No problem, I would. Let's go. Let's see, Eric say, my dad was no longer with me.
Who said that?
Eric,
Oh, God.
I'm sorry to hear that, brother. So Pavake has to step up and lead the youth to prosperity.
Mm. Oh, man. Godfather's not there. Shit. That sucks. Bonus time.
It is bonus time.
Okay. Let's see if we can get this one.
Eric, was your father a Blue Jays fan as well? Just a question.
My father.
Because like you
my
were.
father did not like sports. Neither did mine, Eric. Now, when we came to this country, he was all about just, work, making a good living, keeping his family happy. But he was not about sports like me and my brother. We were diehard sports fans. And my brother, till later on in his life, loved soccer. Because in Germany, soccer that was the sport. All right, go.
Hold on. Let's just, let's get this bonus trivia question going. Hollywood Eric coming back again.
What is up, guys? I am back with Hollywood Eric 86's video bonus question. But before I get to that, I just want to say, hey, Pops, Wiz, what do you think of the scruff? Do I still look like the handsome devil, the sniper and the Joker? I hope I do, guys. I love you. But on to what everybody else came here to see. Hollywood Eric 86's video bonus trivia question, hosted by yours truly, the man, the myth, the legend, the man behind the blues hat, Hollywood
need more
Eric 86,
facial hair, bro.
me. And the question is as follows. I'm gonna try to word this the best that I can so it's not confusing. But I will. But if you don't understand, I can write it in chat. Who holds the record for the most goals scored by a rookie defenseman? Give you a second to think on that. Who holds the record for the most goals scored by a rookie defenseman? That means a defenseman that was a rookie that scored the most goals in a season. Who holds the record for the most goals scored in a season by a rookie defenseman? That is my video bonus question. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you guys so much for having me do this. Pops, Wiz, I love you. Pops and Wiz Sportscast every Tuesday, 6 Eastern, 5 Central here. One more shout out and one more advertisement for you guys because you guys deserve it and I love you. I will see you guys on the stream. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Yo, Hollywood! Hollywood.
I'll say Bobby Orr.
He's going to go Bobby Orr. I'm going to say it's goatee, and now we start getting some scruff. When are you going to go full beard, dude? When are you going to go full beard, bro? I know you can pull it off. I know you can pull it off. All right? When we going full? Let's see, Fitchen saying I got one more TV one for you guys, but I'll save it for next week.
No,
if
not
I need
Bobby
to.
Orr. Wow.
Well, yo, Fitchen, keep that in the pocket right now. We might have time for it. We might have time for it,
Did
brother.
you say rookie defenseman?
Yeah.
Wow.
I got nothing on this one.
No. He
I'm
said
tapped
not
out.
Bobby Orr.
I'm already. If this was, you know, the white towel, the white flag of surrender, I had nothing. This is a red flag, though.
Leach? He was a defenseman on the Rangers.
Brian Leach.
Yeah.
Okay. You gotta wait a little bit, though. You gotta remember the delay.
I know. If it's not him, I need initials. Because I don't remember so many great defensemen. But I know he could score. But I know he said rookie year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Fitchen. I know I already said this. But we still got about 23 minutes left in the show. And we are going to start timing these trivia questions, Pops. We're not giving you 30 minutes anymore.
No. I agree.
So, I think we could squeeze one more TV trivia in, bro. And also, I gotta say, guys, I love everybody. Like,
Yes.
It's oh shit! Papa K got it. Brian Leach, 23 goals, 1988-89. Papa K. Let's go.
I know Bobby Orr held the record for 1 year of scoring goals.
You're still sharp as a tack. Holy shit.
Bobby Orr had over 100 points as a defenseman. Never done before at that time.
And Brian Leach.
I don't know if he ever had 100 points, but I guess he scored more goals. I think Bobby Orr scored over 30, 40 goals in 1 year.
Wow. You got that one quick. He was on a 1990 Edmonton Oilers Stanley Cup championship team.
Who? Brian Leach?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought he was a original Ranger.
You know, this is one of the things I love about this is the things that we learn about the players that, especially these trivia questions, like whether it's sports related or movie related, music related, things like that. Like, we're learning shit over here too now.
I didn't know Edmonton even won in '90. I know they stopped the Islanders streak in the '80s with Gretzky.
Great bonus trivia question, Papa K. Let's get some hype in the chat for Papa K. Got that second guess. Oh, my God! Let's go!
Hey. Did you know What is
My
this?
NHL question.
I just got it.
Yeah, he's got a ball. We got him. What are you talking about, Hollywood? We got this. We got both of them. I actually answered one, and I thought I wasn't going to get one.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right, fifth gen. We got time, brother. You want to do another
Yes.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Another TV trivia question? Let's hear it, bro. We are ready.
I'm still pissed I didn't get Mike Boss. He was the guy I knew.
Yeah, we're kind of on fire tonight, though.
I know, but that guy, he was unbelievable.
Listen, we're batting like 750 right now.
Okay.
All right. Fifth gen says sure. All right.
Another TV question?
Yeah, he said, I got one more TV one for you guys, but I'll save it for next week if I need to. You don't need to. And that's what we were telling him. And he said, sure. So we're going to give Fifth Gen a second to give him some time to write this one out. And again, anybody tuning in,
So we're getting it today or next week?
we're getting it today.
Okay.
I mean, we got time. We got 20 minutes.
Okay.
See, I like that when we put this like little time, time frame on it. I think it's working out pretty good. What do you think, Pops?
Without a doubt.
You like it?
Yes. I like it. Yes, I do. I know it's only rock and roll, but I like it.
Yeah, come on. Why? You're hiding your voice. Why are you doing that lately? You have a voice.
I just said it. I just said
No,
it.
you
It's
whisper
wrong-
it.
It's a wrong
You got a
story.
stronger voice than that.
Well, Mick Jagger sang it like that. Soft.
I don't know. I feel like you're hiding your voice
Yeah,
a
'cause
little
it's
bit.
not there anymore.
It's there. It's there.
Why?
There it is.
Just messing with you.
That's not messing. That's just proving my point. He still got the vocals, ladies and gentlemen.
Not
Oh
not
my
black.
God! Let's see. We got Fitchen saying sometimes shows do a 2-episode premiere for rating. What's the most recent flop that tried to do a 2-episode premiere from 2019?
You know I'm out on that one because I don't even watch half their shows of 2019.
Hold on a second. Fitchen, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna put it in here. That's a very,
I have
very
no clue.
interesting question.
'Cause I don't. Yeah, that's 6 years ago. I don't even watch half this shit on TV now.
All right, Fifth Gen's question. I just copied and pasted it, ladies and gentlemen, so this way you guys can see it. Yeah, Hollywood, we answered that already, brother.
And we love your questions, by the way.
Okay, and this is from 2000, and Fifth Gen also threw in there from 2019. Sometimes shows do a 2-episode premiere for rating. What's the most recent flop that tried to do a 2-episode premiere? That's going from 2019. Damn.
No clue.
I think my brain just melted.
I wouldn't have a chance at this one. 'Cause like I said, I didn't never even watch new shows.
Can I ask some hints, Fifth Gen?
No clue.
These are TV shows.
Yeah, but like I said, you know me. I watch the old shows. I don't watch the new stuff
I know, but I'm just thinking about, flops, things that
Six,
didn't go well.
from 6 years ago. No clue.
All right. This is a cartoon.
She giving hints? He giving hints?
I asked him if I can ask for hints.
Okay.
He said certainly.
Okay.
Is it a cartoon? Because I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm right at all.
Cartoons?
It's not a cartoon.
Okay.
So Seth MacFarlane was not involved at all.
That was The Simpsons, right?
No.
No?
That was... His last name was Groening. Matt Groening? It's not Simpsons. I know it's not Simpsons.
Brian Leach played on the 1990 Edmonton Oilers Championship Cup and your 1994 Rangers. Yeah, wow. So I didn't know that. I didn't know he was on the Edmonton Oilers and won. So he won 2 cups. Good show, Brian.
Yeah, that's coming from Hollywood Eric right there.
Yep.
Okay, so it's not a cartoon.
Nope. And we're getting no hints yet.
It takes a... Remember,
You may get this. I'll never get it.
I don't think I'm going to get this because I think...
You
what I thought already, because I thought it was a cartoon.
6 years ago, you didn't even have cable, right?
I haven't had cable for
7 years, you said.
easy. Probably going on 8.
So you wouldn't even watch TV, so who knows?
No, but they do have, like, these shows are still on
Netflix?
Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, things like that.
Okay, good. No clue. You got us again.
Sometimes shows do a 2-episode premiere for rating. So wait, they do 2 episodes in the same night? If that's the case, I have no fucking clue. I have no clue.
Neither.
Yo, Fitz-Jen, I think you got us on this one.
Yeah.
I think you got us on this one, bro. All right, you give up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I give up.
Well, we got no hints.
It's not even that. I don't even think a hint would help.
Okay.
All right, what's the answer, Fitz-Jen? 2 episodes premiere for rating. It's a recent flop.
Oh, he's got more next. NHL questions for next week. Hollywood.
Hollywood, you got any ideas for this trivia question?
Got me. Even if you told me the answer, I don't think I would know it.
All right, Fitz-Jen coming in. Videos After Dark, a spinoff. Excuse me. Of AFV. Hosted by Bob Saget. You probably remember hosting in the early 90s. America's Funniest Home Videos.
Mm-hmm. That's the answer?
Yeah. Videos After Dark, a spinoff of America's Funniest Videos, hosted by Bob Saget, who you probably remember hosting in the early 90s.
He had a TV series.
That's a good one.
And that guy turned out to be a real piece of shit, from what I heard.
Bob Saget?
Yeah.
He's a wild comedian.
No. There was definitely allegations against him. Serious.
All right, all allegations. I don't want to get too deep into it.
No. I remember him well. Yeah, he had a great show. TV series with kids and...
Yeah, it was, not that. Full House.
Is that right? Yeah, that's the one. That show was popular. He had some stars on that show besides the kids. But he had allegations against him later on. I know that. that was not good. If anybody else knows about it, we'll see.
What the fuck just happened? Let's see. Vladdy 0 for 4 and left 5 runners on base. He's a bum for real. Hey, he's making $500 million, dude. Let's see. I didn't know that, dude. I didn't know about the show, 5th Gen. Videos After Dark. I didn't even know that was a... Like, I know about America's Funniest Videos. And I remember Bob Saget doing that. I did not know that there was another show. And they did that, and that was... They did 2-episode premiere for the ratings. And it flopped. Well... I guess it kind of sucked, obviously. That was a tough one. That was a tough one, 5th Gen. I like that, though. I feel like there's been, like, a balance of, like, approachable trivia questions and then the tough ones. Like, again, cheers, everybody. Yo, thank you for the trivia questions. And, like, you know, just kind of, you know, keeping them... All right, this one's going to be tough. This one's going to be more approachable. I appreciate you, motherfuckers. Sorry, I heard that. Gonna stand up. I thought I'd try it out. little Tom Segura for you right there. If you don't know who Tom Segura is, definitely check out Netflix. I find his stand-up hilarious. I think you might. Yeah, I think you guys might feel the same. I don't know. Throwing it out there. That was a tough one. Not feeling so great about Vladdy, though. I see that, Eric. Well, listen. We got... Oh, my God. Tell me he's giving the dog another treat.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No more. Honest.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I have... That doesn't mean you didn't go into the cabinet and get treats.
I did
for me.
not.
Yeah?
Swear to God. Absolutely. I brought her 2 bones and I gave it to her. And she loved them. Ha.
I question your honesty lately.
No, come on. Give me a break.
No, you did it tonight.
No, I gave her what I brought. That's it. I did not go into your closet. Or pantry, whatever they call it now.
Let's see. We got Hollywood saying, Wiz, Papa K, do you love the Lone Ranger?
Oh, yeah. When I was a kid, we didn't have a television. We used to run up to the 5th floor. And my friend, he had the TV. Lone Ranger and Superman. Oh. Couldn't wait. When I was a kid, for Christmas, I asked the same guns. The white. Yeah. Help me. And I got them.
Let's go. We got only JD in the chat saying, hey, dudes, JD. It's been a minute, brother. I hope you're doing fantastic. Great to see you in chat, bro. Hope you and the family are doing well. How's everything going, brother? Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Oh! My God!
Hey, dudes.
Yo.
Yeah, I'll ask you a question. What detective was compared to Sherlock Holmes?
detective compared to Sherlock Holmes.
The great Sherlock Holmes, who was supposed to be the greatest detective of all time. Fictional, but by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Yeah. You guys trying to give me a brain aneurysm?
Just saying.
Is that the goal tonight?
I thought you might notice one.
See, we got Jay saying, not too bad, just baking my skates. Oh shit, getting ready. Okay, all right, let's go. See, Indiana Jones.
What?
Is that the answer?
Wasn't it a detective?
Kind of.
Nah.
No.
No.
Your guess is better than mine, Eric. That was not bad. Let's see. Well, Eric said Indiana Jones. JD's saying Jacques Cousteau or something like that.
No, he was the guy with Underwater. Jack Cousteau.
No.
Clouseau?
Jacques Cousteau.
No.
JD, I love that fucking answer though.
He was a comedian, yeah, I know that. But this was serious.
That was Pink Panther, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no. This was a serious show.
I love that fucking answer. JD, I love that fucking answer, bro.
Yeah, I like it too, but it's not him.
Which switch did you use to turn on the lights?
The light switch.
That's funny. It didn't work for me. Eyes are parallel bars.
Bob Lever.
They used to call me the Bob Lever of the parallels.
He was great. He was the funniest guy ever.
I remember.
Nobody knows this answer.
Oh my god, we gotta watch that again.
Oh yeah, no, I have. I think I have it.
Jacques Cousteau, yo, JD, you got me.
I thought the Pink Panther dude or something. No, guess we're in the same.
I guess we're in the same boat.
Okay.
Canucks and Rangers both not making it. No, yeah.
What did he say?
He said the Canucks and the Rangers both not making it, huh?
No.
Yeah. I said that at the start of the season for the Rangers, dude.
Where does it say that? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh, my God. Then I love that you brought up Jacques Cousteau.
Freaking Islanders might make it if they win. Hey, what's the score in the Islanders? Hey, Google. What's the score in the Islanders game?
The Islanders are tied with the Predators 2-2 at the end of the first period.
Oh, it just started. They're tied with the Predators? Wow.
You said there was someone in this room that knows more about the murder than he speaks.
A cook that thinks he's a gardener.
That was a priceless Steinway. Not anymore.
I think you need a flint.
I've repaired your doorbell. There's no charge.
It was great. Peter Sellers.
Oh, fuck!
That guy made me laugh every time I watched.
Oh, shit.
Me and Richie used to go see him immediately when he knew when
Oh,
he came
my
out in the
God.
70s.
I gotta say, Pops, that between Abbott and Costello and that is some of the funniest shit you've introduced me to.
Peter Sellers used to come on Dean Martin's show. Dean Martin couldn't stop laughing.
Mm.
It was like, what's his name? Who's the guy I love? Mork and Mindy.
I'm still trying to get my heart rate
okay.
down from
All right,
laughing
all right,
so
all right.
hard.
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams.
He come on Johnny Carson's show. Forget it. Steal the show. No other guests would be available. But they all will have to wait for the next show. He would just tear the place apart. Him and Jonathan Winters. Yeah. I guess nobody's going to get this answer.
I can't stop laughing. I just keep thinking about the Big Panther now.
Man, he was funny.
And you! He hit him in the face.
What do we know?
One.
Professor Fassbender has been kidnapped. One,
Two. That someone
Somebody
has kidnapped them.
and
Three. That my hand is on fire. Ah!
Yeah. Then he shoots the guy in his ass with the shotgun.
Oh God!
Oh,
Oh God! Oh
I
God!
could be a lookout. The man was blind. I couldn't blind man see. How could I was be a...
Oh, it's easy. First you enlist, and then you shut up.
I wish you were dead.
Well, everyone's entitled to their own
That
opinion.
guy was great, though. The guy that played the...
Oh, Dreyfus.
Yeah, well, he was great.
Oh my God.
He was so sad when Peter Sellers passed away.
Oh my God.
We got no answers yet.
You
want a hint?
Everyone's really laughing.
Anybody want a hint?
Oh God, I'm lightheaded. Let me do that laugh.
Let me guess. This is the gymnasium room.
Good guess, sir. Oh fuck. Oh my God. Oh, at least you can root for the Islanders, Whispers, or New Jersey. Root
No,
maybe,
I can't. Yeah,
maybe
no.
not root. Oh no, I killed the coolest cat.
Did you ever watch the Green
You got me,
Hornet
Katie.
TV show? Yeah, I did. Yeah, wasn't my favorite, but
Oh God. Oh, that was good. That was good, Jacques Rousseau. Is that, wait, what the fuck was the question?
who was the detective compared to Sherlock Holmes?
That was your question. That was right. That's right. Okay. It wasn't Jacques Rousseau? You sure? All right. What was the answer?
You want a hint?
Fuck.
Just one more thing.
Oh, shit. Columbo.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my fucking face hurts from laughing so hard. Oh. Oh my God, I gotta fucking pee now. I've laughed so hard I have to pee.
Gotcha.
Yeah, JD, you broke me on that one, dude.
Oh, Hollywood finally came around with it, Columbo, but you got it first. Hey, Google, what's the score in the Knicks-Celtics game?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Hey, Google, what is the score in the Knicks game?
Currently, the Knicks are trailing the Celtics 65-63 in the third quarter.
Okay, we're in the mix. Hey, Google, what's the score in the Devils game?
Currently, the Devils are trailing the Bruins 4-2 in the third period.
Ooh. He's still laughing in the bathroom. All right, the Knicks are right with them. At least they're only losing by 2. So they won 2, 4, 5. They're 8 and 3.
Hold on.
That was the losing bait, 4-2.
Oh, God. Hold on, JD. I haven't laughed that hard in a while. That you got me cracking up, and you had me going down memory lane, and I just
You got the answer too, but you got it first.
Hold on a second, JD. I gotta say, from the famous Jacques Clouseau, he is looking at you, kid.
You didn't even arrest the beggar. Who's the lookout, man? I got a blind.
Well, how can the blind men be the lookout?
How can the blind man see?
Oh,
Blew his yellow skin off.
I don't think you can say that now. Poor Kato. Oh my God. My shoulders, my cheeks, everything, my face, everything hurts right now.
You're suspended without pay. You lend me 50 francs. Oh, onward and upward.
Don't stop, please stop.
Yes, maybe running for the public office. Oh, you have my vote.
I'm fucking crying.
Yes, ever since you went crazy.
Oh God. He is looking at you, kid. They did that scene so many times. Oh God. Okay.
Fucking Ray hits him in the head.
Oh my God. Okay, stop. Please stop. Please stop. I'm going down fucking memory lane right now. Oh my God. Oh my God. What the fuck are we even reading right now? What is your favorite show?
I love the Pink Panther. Okay, what was your favorite show? Oh, man. I gotta admit, when Columbo first came up in '68, that was one of my favorites. NBC mystery movie. It was phenomenal. He made a fortune, too. Because Peter Falk played Columbo. After he found out how popular it was, he asked for $1 million an episode, and he got it. And that was a lot of money in the early 70s. But the show was so popular, like 80% of the people were watching Columbo on. I got it.
Oh, God.
But my favorite show was in the early 60s, The Fugitive. I would stay up late. I put the TV on. My father would come in and turn it off. And when he went back to sleep, I turned it back on. Because I couldn't wait. And finally, at this stage of the game, a few years ago, I bought the whole series of 5 years. David Jansen. Great. And a great movie by Harrison Ford. The remake with Tommy Lee Jones was phenomenal.
I think my favorite. What is it? Let's see. What is it? Your favorite show? That's kind of vague right there. Hollywood, like, what do you mean? Like my favorite TV show? Oh my god, I can't stop. I can't stop.
Yeah, no, that was
fucking
one of my
laughing.
favorites. You know, I could Fugitive, and way before that, I was really young. Was the original Untouchables. But that was the show that was on late.
All right, Hollywood saying TV show. Okay.
Untouchables.
Well, no, yeah, you're talking because I asked him a question.
yeah, okay.
TV show.
Oh yeah, Columbo, Fugitive. Let's see, The Untouchables. You know what? I really enjoyed, but I couldn't watch it. I watch it now. It repeats forever. Twilight Zone.
I know what it is. I know what mine is.
Right.
Jackass.
Okay, that was a TV series. Go.
That was a show.
Okay.
And like before it came a movie and things like that, it was a show on MTV.
Okay.
And
Breaking Bad.
best, well, are we that Breaking Bad? Okay, wait, that's a series though. Like that is, and Eric, I'm right there with you. Breaking Bad, one of the best series ever. Wish it was longer than 5 seasons. Oh my god, JD, you did break me there for a minute. Holy shit, I could not. I was laughing in the bathroom. You know how hard it is to laugh while you're taking a piss? Not. I was accurate. I had to sit down to be accurate.
Hey.
Holy shit. JD, come on, bro. You
Like pissing with a what?
with a boner.
Oh, God.
I couldn't stop laughing. I think you heard me laughing in
I
there.
did.
I'm not ashamed of it. I had to take a seat. Great choice, Wiz. Yo, Hollywood. I did. Yeah. That was a good one. All right. We are at that limit right now, Papa K. Anything else you want to add to tonight's show?
Nothing. We're good.
That's right. We are a show too. We could have used ourselves as an answer. I'm kidding. If you laugh while peeing, there's a cleanup. Yeah. A lot of disinfectant.
Yeah.
Yes, the movie Friends with Benefits. Or was it No Strings Attached? Hold on a second. My favorite. What did I miss here? Oh my god.
18. Not my favorite. I liked it a little bit.
I think the latter, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen. Yo, JD, it's great. Yo, awesome seeing you in chat, brother. Awesome seeing you hanging out over here again. Hope you and the family are doing fantastic. Awesome seeing you, bro, dude. You broke the cat on Twitch, dude. And ladies and gentlemen, everybody, thank you so much for all the love and support that you that you guys continue to show this channel. I can't thank you enough. With the trivia questions tonight.
Good ones.
Holy shit, we had some bangers tonight. Also, 5th Gen. throwing some bangers in there as well. Thank you so much for all the love and support on Kick and Twitch. Thank you so much, everybody. Cheers. I'm going to cheers you while he coughs.
Sorry. A tickle.
Dude, Hollywood, we love the whole deal, man. We love the whole thing. We love being a part of, these communities right now and hanging out and shooting the shit. You know, there's a time back in the day, Pops, right? We just go to the bar, hang out, shoot some pool.
Yep.
And this is kind of like, this is what this reminds me of, is, you know, you never know who's going to walk through the doors. You never know who's going to walk through the doors in a bar and hang out and shoot the shit with.
Yep.
And that's how I think of, like, you know, what we're doing here. Like, you know, we have a really cool setup. We got a great community. And you never know who's going to show up and chat and just shoot the shit and then laugh hysterically. Mm-hmm. Hope you guys had some laughs tonight as well.
Sounds good.
And again, you know, the trivia questions, always an amazing, and the shout outs. Hollywood, thank you, brother.
Yeah, he's good.
What's your favorite show, Hollywood?
I think he said it, the 18.
Yeah, I see that. Cardinals win 5-3. Oh shit.
Okay.
Blue saying still out on the road. You guys have a great rest of your week. You too, Blue. Yo, be safe. Give Mismo a hug for us.
Yeah.
Let's see, Eric say 6-1 Jays. Nice. Not bad for a team with no pitch, and I like how you threw that in there. Yeah, that's right. Team with no pitching. Jays won 6-1. You sure you didn't mean Rays? No, I'm just kidding.
Is that a final? Who'd they beat? Oh, Red Sox? Good. I'm glad.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, hope you have a fantastic rest of your week.
No, it'd be Boston. Okay.
Hope you have a fantastic rest of your night. Be safe.
What does that say? It's still in the ninth inning?
Yeah, you can see it.
No, I see it.
Yeah, you can read it.
I thought you said it was over.
It's still in the ninth inning coming. Hits are 6-9. Oh, no. He said 6-1 Rays. Oh, Jays. Sorry. 6-1 Jays. No, I didn't say it was over.
Oh, okay. I thought he said that.
He said he was giving us an update on the scores, too.
Okay.
And again, thank you for all the updates, too.
Good.
But, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back Thursday night for some more gaming streams. Papa K, as always, I love doing this with you.
Later.
You still having fun?
Oh, yeah.
You still like arguing with me?
We try not to too much, but... Well, usually you disagree with me with the Yankees, so I think they're in trouble, but it's early. I agree with that. We'll see what happens by the end of April.
Mark that down on the calendar, everybody.
And May. You know, if they're, give me at least 5 games over 500 by that time. I'll be happy. And in the mix of the division, because you don't know what Boston's doing, Toronto, Orioles.
Yeah, we have not looked at their schedule yet either.
No.
I think that's something that we can look into next week. And again, next week we'll be back with the Pops Wiz SportsCast. Holy shit. Hollywood coming in. Cheers in 10 bits. Let's go. Cheers right back at you. Thank you so much for the bits. Cheers, Hollywood. Thank you, bro.
Excuse me. Went down the wrong pipe.
That's all right. Why don't you go get some water while I finish off the show?
No, not yet.
No, you just want to sit there and struggle.
Oh, yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back Thursday with the gaming live streams. We'll be back next week on Tuesday with the Pops Wiz SportsCast. Again, thank you so much, everybody, for the love and support. Thank you so much for all the bits, the cheers, the whole 9. the trivia questions. Take care, everybody. Have a fantastic rest of your evening. We'll see you later. Take it easy, Mal. Oh! My God! Oh, what a night.
Thank you, man.
Take care, everybody. We'll see you soon.